Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. What's up? How you guys doing?
Hello?
Benzo Greg? Are you going to be Jordan Peterson?
You ruined it. You fucking ruined it. And it was such a great photo, too.
I read it and I'm like, okay, well, what else could it be? Okay.
Hold on. Here we go.
Okay, let's see. Where is this from?
I have no idea. It just showed up on Google.
Your Machiavellian personality is ruining society.
Wow, that
Your dark triad type. I am not Peterstein. All I'm saying is he got offended over that. I don't understand what the insult is.
He made a tweet about it, didn't he?
I don't understand what the insult is. Like, why would you
internet calling me Juden Peterstein?
I think there's something wrong with you if you find that to be an insult. You know, you're clearly implying there's something wrong with being of that ethnic origin. I don't understand. Yeah, what's wrong with you? I thought we were over this. I thought that was long in the past.
You know, that happened to me earlier this week. I said something that sounded gay. The guy was suggesting names, and some girl was like, "Guys, we're so past using gay as an insult." I'm like, "What do you mean? I meant it literally sounded gay." Well, what do you mean? Is there something wrong with being gay? Are you implying that?
Wait, explain this. Explain this. So, what do you mean coming up with names?
I play like instruments with people, and this guy was trying to think of a name. And he's kind of.
I mean, what was it? Like the Raging Boners?
It was like Bad Bulls.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't even think like that. Just think it sounds more like being cucked. You know, like Bad Bulls. It sounds like you're ready to like dom a guy's wife. I mean, seriously.
It just sounded gay to me. It sounds like the name of a gay bar.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So I mean, you know, were all these people male?
The one that corrected me on it being an insult, even though it wasn't used as an insult, was a woman. And
that's what I collected from that. I was just making sure. I was verifying. So you're telling me you play instruments with women or with a woman?
No. So this guy, he's got this like group chat, and he basically adds anybody that has any kind of musical interest and or talent whatsoever.
Well, it's not very inclusive, or not very exclusive, I should say. That's too inclusive.
No, yeah, he was even saying like, yeah, I mean, I kind of keep you around because you play bass, but I don't really like the stuff you like. So eventually, we're probably going to go our separate ways. And I was like, oh, okay.
So no Journey, or Yes Journey?
What do you mean?
Separate ways. Separate ways.
You know, the other day, yesterday, I casually threw in me performing the intro for Hot for Teacher, and I sent it in, and all the people in there were like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "What?" And I even said, "Oh, it's Hot for Teacher," and I'm like, "By who?" Like, what? How do you not know that? How the fuck do you not know that? So clearly, as you can tell, there's a very vast difference in what people want to play in this kind of group. So, yeah.
No classic rock fans?
They like pop punk, so I hate them.
That was terrible. That was a terrible thing to say. I don't even know why that you would say that out loud. That should be.
Hate them?
No. The word of the genre, the name of the genre. You shouldn't even say those words out loud. That made me nauseous.
It's like Voldemort.
I'm trying to eat my ice cream here, man.
You're eating ice cream, huh?
Yeah, I'm eating ice cream. I have Coke, I have coconut water, and I have orange juice concentrate.
So you basically have like my little like homemade Gatorade minus the milk.
I mean, they're all separate.
I don't eat. Well, no, I mix it all together. I just don't have milk in there because it would kind of, yeah.
But you know, the thing is, I just have sucrose and fructose here with me.
Pretty based.
Yeah.
No sucralose though.
No, never sucralose. You know, unfortunately, there was a time recently that I had some sucralose. Now, the thing is, I was at the gym with the gym guy.
Was it a Celsius?
No, that's not what it was. It was that he gave powder of like a electrolyte powder because I was feeling quite dehydrated. I actually did need it. I needed some sort of electrolytes. I forgot to salt my water enough. I put some salt and I'm like, I didn't taste it. So I was like, okay, that should be good. But then I tried, I'm like, this water's not salty enough. I'm feeling dehydrated. He's like, you're going to feel worse if you don't take it. I'm like, fine, I'll take it. It had some sucralose in it. If anything, it helped with the hydration, but then it also made me feel kind of off as well because I could tell, like, you know, it's just causing issues either way. So unfortunately I did take that, but I mean, I also had fucking red 40. So there you go.
Oh,
it's just nuked out of from orbit. You know, it's not the end of the world that much. Anything. I'd rather take that again than eat something fried.
Yeah, the fried stuff is pretty horrible. I did actually do that recently, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wait, did I? No, yeah, I did.
I didn't end up eating because you had mentioned. Did you ever get that that sandwich from McDonald's, like the plain cheeseburger?
What do you mean?
From the minority that was going to deliver your food?
Oh, it was a quarter pounder, and yes, I did.
Was it double or single?
It was a single because I was trying to save money.
I ended up eating a double quarter pounder not too long ago because I was very hungry after going to the gym and I just needed, like, not just protein, I needed some carbs. So I ended up caving and getting that. It wasn't the end of the world either.
Honestly, it wasn't
too bad.
I think it's probably the better thing you could get from a fast food place.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I didn't like get fries or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to nuke my system here. I'm just trying to, like, you know, minimize the amount of torture I'm going to put myself through later while still eating something that I can find enjoyable, you know?
Did you get the cheese?
Yeah, I got the cheese.
See, I told you can't go without the cheese.
See, you told me that, so I was like, I may as well get the cheese. Though, well, I don't know. American cheese is usually palm oil anyway, and not like the other oils. So at least there's that.
I'm just hoping at this point. I can't eat a burger without cheese. It's just it's awful.
American cheese generally is palm oil. The real problem is the microplastics.
But we got the milk.
True. I mean, I had milk later, but I had it with the orange juice.
What? Milk and orange juice?
No, the burger. I had the burger with orange juice, like from there. Because, you know, the burger is, or sorry, not the burger, the orange juice. I saw like somebody post a study about this, and I don't know, because they were saying like a Egg McMuffin or something from McDonald's. They were talking about how orange juice, like, drank with it, and I'm pretty sure they meant the McDonald's orange juice even would help reduce oxidative stress. So if anything, you're countering the PUFAs and the I guess I don't know if it's only glycine that would do it or the orange juice as well. I can't remember. I think it also does counter the endotoxin. So if anything, you're minimizing that that you would get from like the gluten with it. So I mean, there are benefits to it. That's probably why, because I was talking, I can't remember if I mentioned this on the show or not. It might have been after. I was talking about like eating Panda Express at one point while I was trying to like this was long ago, but I was eating it while trying to lose weight. And then I mentioned how I like met a bunch of my caloric intake with orange juice, and that, you know, I still lost the weight. So I was like wondering, okay, well, seed oils plus the orange juice, clearly there was something being minimized from that if I were to still like did what I was trying to do. Unfortunately, I was in like a caloric deficit at the time, but, you know, still the orange juice was helping probably. So there you go. Now, I do have this ice cream. It's very nice, but we do have to get to some things here today. Well, first of all, I guess I should just ask the classic question, because that probably would just lead us into whatever we're about to get into here. But Mr. Greg, what have you been up to in the last week?
I'm glad you asked. I had an extended weekend of unorthodox debauchery. I have wait.
Have you hit hedonism status?
No.
Okay, good.
No. I was tempted to. I was really tempted to.
Whoa.
I have recently acquired a set of transportation devices.
What? Multiple.
Well, 4 that have a larger device on top of it.
So those 4, they're like made of like rubber.
Correct.
And the big one's made of like plastic and metal.
Yeah, aluminum.
Okay, yeah.
So I got down to the gym and it was a late day, and I was thinking, you know, it's a Friday night, and for once I don't have to worry about going to bed early because I don't have work the next day because reasons. I don't know. That sounded way more mysterious than it had to be. I just wasn't scheduled for work that day. Anyway, so I had this new contraption in my possession, and the world was my oyster. So I was like texting my one buddy.
Wait, hold on. The world was your oyster, and you were about to get some clam.
Potentially, yes.
Oops. There we go.
I feel like all of them.
There we go.
So I texted my one buddy, the guy that goes on Instagram and then he has to like do the thing before he gets to the point of what he was showing me the thing of. But anyway.
Yeah, well, no, you have to preface this with the fact that this guy likes big booty photos shaken or videos prior to showing you whatever he does on Instagram, because that's the first thing that pops up on his feed. I feel like that has to be mentioned every time you mention this guy, because it's like, I don't think people should get that out of their heads. Like, don't ignore that, you know?
So let me give you the full layout here. He'll say, oh, I met this one girl, or oh, I saw this one post on Instagram, and he'll open his phone, he'll open the Instagram app, and it'll open up on the Explore page automatically, and there will be some broad with like doing some like thirst trap shit, and before he gets to what he's doing, he'll open the thing, the post, like full screen it or whatever, like it instantly, then exit out of it, then get back to like showing me what he wanted to show me.
What does he get out of that?
I don't know.
Is it like a dopamine hit?
My explanation, the reason I would be able to like justify it if I were doing that, which I'm not, is he wants to see more of it in his feed, so he'll go out of his way to like show the algorithm that he's attracted to it, which is really
he doesn't
annoying.
Want to seem disinterested.
Exactly, because there was one time when I first re-downloaded Instagram after many years of not having it, where I think I didn't even really use it to like look up anything or whatever, but there was like maybe, you know, those like little reels you get in a row under the actual post after you've been scrolling for a while. Yeah, so I saw one of those, and I guess there was one like moderately attractive woman in one of them. So I tapped on it to see what it was, and it was always something stupid. But then for like the longest time, my entire feed was nothing but thirst traps. Nothing but thirst traps.
Let me just say before you get back to your story, I was scrolling on YouTube yesterday, and like when you're scrolling on shorts, you actually come across like live streams. And there was a live stream of this woman just like laying on her side with clothes on, but her like tits were shaking under her shirt. And then she was saying like cherries, like for $50, like she'll show them. And then there were people literally donating the money, and she wasn't showing shit. I think it might have just been a video on loop, honestly. Like, and I looked at her, like, well, I didn't look at her past videos, but I looked at, because I saw another one where it's like some old lady, kind of like Asian old lady, where she was like just dancing on camera. And I looked at her old YouTube videos, and she, like her live streams, she just does that on camera. I mean, like, at least, you know, there it's like, it's someone that's just showing, I don't know if that's still a real woman or not, I don't know if it is, but I mean, at least she's showing something other than this other woman. Cause you know, still it was more of a, if you're into old women, it's more of a thirst trap than this one that wasn't even showing cleavage. That's true. But I reported the one that was like cherries for $50 because niggas are donating money to that. I was like, I have to do something to intervene.
You gotta help the niggas.
Yeah, I gotta do something, bro. At least if you're gonna pay $50, like, be it to something that's real. You know, don't get scammed. Like, get something out of it if you're gonna do that. Like, come on. I mean, they were probably Indian, so I should have just let them do it. But you know, whatever. It's, you know, looking out for my common man. You know,
one Coomer saved is one. I don't know. Not
what is it? What anymore. Is the it's the Benjamin? Isn't that Benjamin Franklin? Who said this one? Where it's like better 10 guilty men go free or something like that than one innocent man be locked up wrongly, right? I don't know who said that. But I don't know this is the same thing. Better 10 white men go not being scammed than one Indian, or maybe, oh, whoops. No, I said that wrong. Better 10 Indians be stopped being scammed than one white man continue being scammed by this thirst trap. There we go. That sounded very incoherent.
It did.
Sounded incredibly incoherent. I hope the joke landed. But you know, honestly, there was thought put into that, right? You know, just like they want to put themselves into thought.
Most men do.
Yeah, and if they're Indian, it's badly. You badly want to do that.
Okay.
I care not to elaborate on that. I don't think that's family friendly.
I'm honestly not picking up what you're laying down.
No. I'm saying the Indian men get it regardless, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, honestly, like, if you were to ask an Indian man what his superpowers he'd choose would be, you know, like he wouldn't even pick time stop because he likes a little resistance, you know.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you're probably not wrong, but still, Jesus. Oh, moving on from demonetization.
Yeah, that one. I think that one's not going to get us anywhere good. You know that definitely is. That's I don't know. I don't know how safe that could even be, honestly. But you know, whatever.
I was texting this buddy with the Instagram issue, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the gym or whatever?" Because this guy had been on me for a while of not having my own set of contraptions to place me from point A to point B on its own without another person present for a while. So I was gonna like show up and like surprise him, and he would have been like, "Yo, no way!" But then he said he was at the club, and I was like, "Wait, I have my own contraption now. I could just go to the club."
Bottoms up when I first met you.
Yep. That song is so fucking funny. Holy shit. There's one line where he's like, "She was looking Chinese." That fucking killed me. Holy shit.
Wait, so can you maybe even put in the private chat if you can't really explain, but is this a club that we've been to?
Yeah. Well, okay. Actually, I didn't actually get it specified. He just said the club. And basically what I was thinking was I was going to either ask him which one it was, but he wasn't responding, and then try to go to that one. And if that didn't happen, I was like, well, I know one where I have a friendly face there, so I might just go to that one then.
True.
But then I thought about the fact that I couldn't really go that hard because I'm driving, and I'm not yet. I would never, ever consider driving while under too much influences of a liquid design.
That's what you have your old buddy for.
Yeah, my unnamed buddy.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
No idea who that could be. But
he's not here.
It's been a long time. But anyway, I decided not to do that, and I went to an overpriced restaurant with my other friend, and regretted my decisions.
Is it the steakhouse or is it somewhere? That's really overpriced.
Wait, which steakhouse are you talking about?
You were talking about one before, and you had sent me the name of it. I don't know what the prices are exactly like.
The Japanese one?
No, I don't think so. I thought it was the I can't name it, you know, but you had mentioned this one as like a notable one.
Private chat?
Yeah, let's see. I forgot how to spell it, if anything, but you know, I can't remember if it was I'll just put two. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, well, no, I don't have money for that. Are you kidding?
I don't know how expensive it is.
What
are you talking about? Like $300 for a meal?
Dude, it's fucking ridiculous.
Is that how much it is?
It's like something like that.
Man, okay, never mind.
I don't, even if I had the money for that, I think I'd feel bad just going there because I could just make my own steak and do it probably better.
Like if you would have to have money to the point where you don't feel it at all, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that's attainable. It's just I understand what you're talking about. You know, like if you were like Twitch streamer, like not Twitch streamer, but you know, like Aiden Ross rich, you know.
Yeah.
Then it's fine. I show speed Aiden Ross.
Yeah, even then, I'd just be like, I could do this. I could just do this at my house. As good or not better.
I just saw a video where I Show Speed got KFC for life for free. They sent him a voucher or something, some sort of card he scans.
Oh, speaking of vouchers. Wait.
You got to get to the rest of your story.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's true.
Then we can mention the voucher.
Yeah, so I was disappointed because it was still overpriced, but it wasn't really big portions either. But I got a steak, so it was like moderately halal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drove home, and then the next day, I met up with. That's actually another topic I could go into, but I'll keep that on the back burner for now. Met up with some buddies, and then got picked up by another set of buddies, the couple that I mentioned to you before, because I had this voucher for this. It's not local, right?
No.
Okay, a voucher for this World of Beer area location place. Which, by the way, quick tip, guys: if you have like Tinder, and even if you don't do anything, they just send you free shit after a while.
I need to sign up.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't yet.
I've been kind of, just putting these things off. Like, there's a bunch of stuff I should get to, but
I wonder though if you have to actually have like put effort into the profile, like if aside from just like your name and like nothing else.
Well, I'll leave all the information I put on Bumble already and just leave it there if I have to. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I'll take the benefits. I'll swipe a few times every once in a while too.
It's a good investment. But anyway, I got a free voucher for that location out of just having a Tinder account. So I met up with some acquaintances, and we went over there after other stuff in preparation because you can't go to a place like that during the day. Well, I guess you could, but we were doing other shit. Anyway, we got there, and my first instinct was to get this one drink that I saw there a while ago because it had coconut rum in it, and I was like, "Damn, that sounds fucking good." But the guy came back to me when I ordered it. He's like, "I'm sorry, bro, we don't have one of the ingredients." And I was like, "Okay, can you just like not have the ingredient?" Well, he's like, "Well, that's like most of it, so no." And I was like, "Oh, okay." God damn it. So he recommended another thing, which was fucking ridiculously sweet. It was like I don't even remember what it was. It was like
and that's saying something, right?
Yeah, it was like some kind of rum and like 3 or 4 fruit juices or something like that with it. Which I mean, I guess is better, but goddamn, that shit was sweet as fuck. Unless you like drank it off the side instead of the straw, then it was like fine, which was kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I had a few drinks like that, and then one of the people I was with, she ordered a shot. But it was a shot with orange juice, which was kind of better. But she ordered a shot.
Waters down the alcohol in it.
It probably did, but she ordered the shot, and literally the fucking guy we had serving us, he was like our hype man the entire time. He's like, "Oh, bro, I get smashed the other day. Like, you don't even know, bro. Sometimes I'll just drink this and that." Like, he was like really going for it. Then she started ordering that shot. He's like, "Oh, okay. So are you guys getting it? I mean, you can't have a shot alone." And admittedly, he's right. So I caved in and got a shot, and the other guy caved in and got a shot. So we did it, got the shots, did them, did the orange juice immediately after because it was like a shot of like butterscotch whiskey or whatever, plus orange juice. And even with the orange juice, as soon as I took that shot down, I was like, "Oh no, this is not good." It's the whiskey. Like, it's not even like I felt like drunk. It was the fact that I felt it in my stomach. Mm-hmm. It was not feeling great. Not at all.
I've never had a good whiskey shot, I would say. Other than like sometimes with Fireball, it's been okay.
It tasted fine. Well, I mean, relative to being whiskey, it tasted fine because it had that butterscotch flavor. So it was like a little bit of sweetness to it. But no matter what, it seems like when it goes down to your stomach, it just feels awful. Yep. Like, not like nauseous awful, but almost like
burning. Not even burning. It's more like discomfort, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, I should not have done that. Instant regret feeling.
It's like it's trying to poke its way out, you know?
Exactly. And before the hand that, I had like 2 other drinks before that, 2 large drinks. One was a cider, and the other one was like, I had just ordered, the girl recommended me an espresso martini. So I tried it.
You hadn't had an espresso martini?
It's all right.
It's a classic. Well, honestly, what's better than an espresso martini is a White Russian.
Yeah, because of the milk.
The cream. It's cream.
Whatever. Dairy.
Cream,
but yeah.
Kahlua, vodka. It's a great drink. Yeah.
It would have basically been like what I was making at home, basically. But yeah, so I had that. And when I first drank it, it was fine. But then after taking a sip of it after the shot, it was like death. I hated it. So
yeah, otherwise it would have been great because I love espresso martini.
Yeah, it was fine. It was actually like refreshing after the fact. After like drinking that really sweet drink, and then after the shot, it was just awful. I could not think of anything I would rather not be doing. I was considering like even just like taking a sip of it and just like going to the bathroom real quick and just spitting it out because I had to finish it. Well, actually, I guess I didn't have to, but I wanted it gone, and I didn't really want to finish it. So
I've been in that position, not with alcohol, but just with food.
yeah,
where it's like this food isn't really good, but I don't know.
Exactly.
But I already took the bite.
right, and like you got to finish it now, or you got to find a way to get rid of it somehow.
Yeah.
But anyway, at this point, since I'm very out of practice, I was sufficiently inebriated, not to the point, not to my heights, nowhere near that, but like enough where it was noticeable to me, where it was no longer a question. It was more like, oh, okay, yeah, we're here.
Well, now. I would say it gets accelerated, when you're in a restaurant versus when you're at the bar.
Does it actually?
Not the actual like feeling of it. I'm just saying like being in that position, I would say if anything, you get more out of you get more bang for your buck when it comes to drunkenness, I would say. Because with the club, it's more, well, I would just say because with the club, it's more like, you're trying to get as up as possible. With the restaurant, it's like you just start feeling up. You're like, I can chill here. I think it's because of the activity level.
I see, yeah. I did order food too, just to like counteract it. And here's the thing, here's the kicker too. So I had that awful like feeling in my gut from that shot. And I was like, the guy comes over, he's like, all right, we're last minute call. We're gonna close off the kitchen and then the drinks in a little bit. And I was like, wait, give me the menu. And that's when I started scanning for, by the way, my voucher had a very limited amount of money it covered. Basically a drink and maybe a meal if you're being like really cheap. But anyway, I was scanning the menu for the cheapest thing I could find. And then I saw it, the French onion soup. And I told the guy, let me have one of those. And he's like, all right, let me see if the kitchen has any left or if they threw it away or whatnot. He comes back. He's like, you're all good, bro. When I got that soup, first of all, I was inebriated enough to like just kind of go for it. And I burnt the fuck out of my tongue. So there's that. But then as soon as I started taking like the first actual like sip of the soup, it was like a instant cure. Not only did I feel much less inebriated like instantly, but also that feeling in my gut from that whiskey shot completely gone, out of the question. So I thought at this point, well, if I can do that, I can take this espresso martini now. And it didn't do that. It didn't help with that, actually. It still tasted like death after that. So I gave it to the one girl because I don't know. She's got some fucking retarded high tolerance. I don't even know how.
White woman.
I mean,
I just assumed.
Mostly.
I was just thinking, it's like probably goes out to clubs a lot.
She doesn't.
Really?
Like at all.
Well, then that's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Maybe does she like drink a lot with friends or something?
I guess, yeah. Because like even
I mean, honestly, if she's drinking that much there, I mean, like, it's probably a pattern.
The other guy there is a in her relation pool. Well, that makes it sound like there's multiple. He is the eye. Hold on. Let me think of this. They're dating. Okay.
He is the eye which beholds her and sees her as a beauty.
Yeah. They're dating. Anyway, even he was like getting like softer drinks. Like he was getting like beers and ciders because I cider pilled him, by the way. It was my one contribution that I'll take great pride in. And even he was like, whenever we went to like any kind of place that has alcohol for the purpose of drinking alcohol, because we went to that one pub that we used to go to too. And she was ordering like old fashions and shit like that. And even the bartender, like the whole bar, when she yelled that to the bartender, everybody was like, whoa, like, because I mean, she's like a 5'4" like white girl. And then like me and the other guy were sitting there drinking ciders, which are like what, 5%, 6%?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, she's just like downing like a fucking like garbage can for alcohol. And it didn't seem like she was feeling any effects at all, which is the weird part. But anyway, we happened to be sitting there, and it just so happened that was a fight night. So we just kind of sat there for the entire fight until they told us to fuck off after the fight ended. It was interesting. Nice night. But the French onion soup seems to be the winner. And then what I did afterward was I got home, and I had my trusty water bottle with my trademarked solution of coconut oil, orange juice, honey, cane sugar, and water, mixed up real well. So it was, and salt as well, just to double up on the electrolytes. So I had that like a good half of it after we finished the bar. And then when I got home, I had a glass of milk with some sugar, and I woke up with absolutely no hangover effects whatsoever.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Is your guy drinking milk?
Yeah.
That's based.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, here you go, guys.
Pharaoh drinking milk, as they accurately were portrayed, you know.
If you ever want a quick anti-hangover cure, it seems to be beef broth, first of all, and also sugar, milk, and copious amounts of electrolytes.
I think for maximum efficiency, if you add additional gelatin to the broth, it would be very good. I mean, you could have a bone broth, but that could be high histamine. So gelatin is really good. Glycine, which is in gelatin and collagen, is very good for protecting the gut. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Nice excursion, Mr. Greg. That was quite the trip you had there.
It was an enjoyable trip.
Yes. You should tell me what restaurant that was, perhaps in another medium.
I did tell you what it was.
No, which one? You did tell me?
Yeah, I said it was World of Beer.
Oh, this was World of Beer?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I literally asked you if it was a local place, and before I said it.
I think I got hung up on you talking about how you got that voucher from Tinder. I guess that was what led into you going there. You know, I see now.
The voucher was for World of Beer, yeah.
Yes, I see. I didn't make the connection. I might have just been focused on my ice cream. It was very good ice cream.
Focused on it?
Yeah, very good ice cream. Okay, well, that was good. That was good. All right, well, so in recent news, the Olympics are happening.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just acrobat my way, mental gymnastics myself into justifying how I got to this place from Mr. Greg's weekend fiasco. You see, the thing is, Olympians, they really fuel up on animal products, and beef broth is an animal product. So that's how you become an Olympian. There you go. We've gotten to this topic. Boom.
Yep.
I would say, or I guess you would say, beef broth is a boom, and whiskey shots are a doom.
The fucking Costco people.
Yeah.
Hey, Costco bros, we got a double chocolate chip. Oh fuck. Hey, it's Sam's Club bros.
Chocolate cookie.
Oh, I've never set foot in a Costco.
Is which one's which? What's the dad's name? He's not Big Justice, is he? Is he Big Justice? No, the kid is.
I didn't know they had names. Well, I knew they had names, but I didn't know they had
One's Big Justice and the other's AJ or something.
I would assume AJ is a kid.
Yeah, and the guy's Big Justice. Let me see, Big Justice. Oh, I looked up Nick Justice. Whoops. That was a complete accident. Huh? AJ and Big Justice. It's a double chunk chocolate cookie. Let's see. Yeah. I would take it that AJ is the kid. Now they had this straight 5-minute video of everybody rating. Did we play that, or did I just tell you about this? There was a 5-minute video of them rating different things. I guess they were having their family each take turns, and then they were giving like 5 booms. How many out of 5 booms would it be? And every time
that's a boom.
Yeah, no, but every time one was saying something about, I guess, the double chunk chocolate chip. I don't know. I think that might have been what they were reviewing. They had different family members, and then they had this kid named the Rizzler. I don't know who he is, but apparently there's this little white boy named the Rizzler, and so he's like, yeah, this gets a boom, 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 boom. And there's sound effects every time. It's crazy. They just keep going over and over with there's at least 40 booms in this video.
Is it the Vine thud?
I think it's just an explosion. I don't think it's the actual one. It would be funny. I think we could just add that post, and just put that up. See how many views.
Yeah, because I've not seen this.
In their videos, they get millions of views for just going to Costco.
God damn it.
Right? It's why couldn't I think of something this stupid, It's so simple. There's nothing to it. They just kept putting up content of going to Costco. See, here we are thinking of convoluted ideas, and these people are just doing the most normie shit. I mean, it's really that. You just got to appeal to the normies because they don't need much. They don't need much. You just need a bit of content for them, and you just need something for them to watch while they're scrolling. That's it.
My social media slop.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is quite literal slop. Anyway, speaking of slop, the Olympics.
Yeah.
Mr. Greg, you wanted to talk about the Olympics opening ceremony. Now, what could possibly be wrong with it?
Now, let me preface this. When I was a wee lad, I was told that the Olympics are the greatest thing ever, the best thing that's ever happened to mankind, and like everybody loves them. And, you know, as I got older, I learned that nobody that I actually care about or is in my direct, like, personal life gives two shits about the Olympics. I don't know if that's a recent phenomenon or if it's just always been that way and I've been lied to.
Well, but I could not care. Sonic and Mario had the Olympic game video games.
Yeah, they were really hyping it up for no reason.
Yeah, I don't even know if I own any copies of any of those games.
I only remember the fucking ad they had because they had the final countdown. That was the first time I heard that song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why they were hyping that up so much because it happens every 4 years. The only Olympics I really remember are the 1933 Olympics because it happened in that one country that
well, you're thinking about the black guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Jesse Owens.
Yeah, Jesse Owens. See, that's why you're thinking about that.
Yeah, like
Didn't he say he met the big guy? Apparently.
I don't remember, actually.
Apparently there was some interaction between them.
Will they go for beers?
Oh no, I think just while he was there. I think they had just met. Let's see if there's a fact checked. It says, well, Britannica claims that Eichler did not meet or shake hands with Owens.
Eichler
did not have a direct meeting with Dolph Eichler during the 1936 Berlin Olympics. According to various accounts, Eichler did not attend Jesse Owens' medal ceremonies, nor did he shake or acknowledge his achievements.
Oh no.
Well, you know, there were people apparently claiming he did. There was, I guess, I don't know if there was like a quote about it or something. I don't know. You know, if he did.
Either way, it's kind of irrelevant. But
what do we know if he did? Well, I wanted to know if they had an interaction.
Oh, I guess fair enough.
It's a historical event if it happened.
It seems not. I heard that he was on meth the entire time.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There were like videos of him like just like tweaking out in like the stands or whatever.
Oh, you meant Hitler?
Yeah. Not fucking Jesse Owens.
Oh, well, I was thinking, you know, that's just my racist mind there.
No, that was before that. You don't get that till like the 60s.
Yeah, that's true. You know, here I am, just a racist man. You know, black people used to be upstanding people. They still are.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a Biden quote. Poor kids.
Minnesota.
Poor kids are just as smart and capable as white kids.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I was thinking of the other one.
What about that Biden quote? I don't even know if I could say it. You know, he talks about a jungle. You remember this?
Was this the one from like years back?
This was from ages back. This was like,
we already got a mayor. We don't need another.
Well, this is one of those things, but it's more so. There was one where he was talking about kids being in the same schools, regardless of their ethnic origin.
Oh.
He was talking about it being some sort of jungle, if I recall.
Damn, he's that old?
Let's look this up. Yeah, no, he's pretty old though.
God,
let's see. Biden's history of getting away with racist remarks. Paste? No. Let's see. This is the Heritage Foundation.
So thinking of that one, that AI where he's talking about like dank wizard kush or whatever.
So this was in oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. This was in 1977. He said that forced busing to desegregate schools would cause his children to grow up in a racial jungle. This is a Joe Biden quote, guys, not me.
Wow.
Of course, he infamously worked with segregationist senators to oppose that mandatory busing, which decades later led to the strongest moment in Kamala Harris's campaign for president when she blasted him as having personally impacted her as a young girl.
Oh my God, I remember that. That was so fucking gay.
Kamala,
look what you did to me. Now I have to suck dick to get where I'm at. Oh my God. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go into this shit. I was at my buddy's house, these two buddies of mine. And we were talking about Destiny and how he basically like said like that fireman guy deserved to die and all that. And my one friend was pressing him on the, my one friend was verbally pressing my other friend on this position because this other guy like really likes Destiny. He's like fucking glazes the shit out of him. Bro walks out of his house fucking sticky how much he gets glazed by this guy.
Would he do it with Destiny?
What?
Would he do it with Destiny? Destiny's a bisexual.
No, he's not gay. I mean, well, not literally at least.
But anyway. Destiny asked him to.
That's like, a great question.
He's like, you can meet me if you do this. I'll come get you and you'll stay with me for a month making content with me.
Destiny thing.
You can make content with me.
There's like a theory about. I'll get into that later, actually. But anyway, this guy goes on the fucking most NPC emotional dribble bullshit explanation. Well, the reason he deserved because they're against the Constitution and oh my God, bro! Like it was so like it's not even like even if you agree with that, it was like a politician fucking like rant. It was so garbage, transparent.
What the foundation of our country is.
Exactly like that.
How could you be against our great nation? This was founded by people that wanted freedom.
Anyway,
let me see what a krill sounds like. Actually,
oh shit! Like, and I believed him. I believed that he believed that shit. The emotional, manipulative, non-argument. I feel bad about X thing. And this thing is maybe bad about other things, so therefore you need to feel this way, and I need to feel this way about other people. That kind of like bullshit. It's so tiring. I'm tired, man. I want to go home. But anyway, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the Olympics. Yeah, so as a lad, I grew up not giving two shits about them, but this one was like kind of no exception. But this year. There's been quite the rounds been going on about the oh wow, you actually found it.
It's just water.
Yeah.
Real sound, what the hell is that? I was scammed into playing it twice.
Skibbity Riz.
All right.
Anyway, I've been told multiple times by people that otherwise would not give two shits about the Olympics that these opening ceremonies were quite the display.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, anyway, so didn't they have one where it was like Greek inspired back in the day?
Well,
I saw a video of this, like an Olympic opening ceremony.
I mean, in 2004, they held them in Athens, if that's probably what you're referring to.
Perhaps. They were like statues. They painted them up. But anyway, so now it's gay.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, there's men in drag at the Olympics and as their opening ceremony, and it looked as if they recreated the Last Supper.
Yeah, with a bunch of like I think one of them was an actual woman or a lesbian, something like that. Some kind of
claim was that it wasn't the Last Supper, apparently.
Well, it's not the Last Supper. It just looks exactly like it, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure they don't want to, first of all, this is just gaslighting, but I'm sure they don't want to piss people more off than they already were.
In Paris, of all places.
Oh, you don't want rambunctiousness in Paris. You know what happens in Paris when there's anger.
A fucking croissant place could open like 5 minutes later than usual and they'll start fucking rioting.
Yeah. That's what we call them. We call them friggers.
Vive la resistance.
Sorry, Friggas. Let's be YouTube friendly.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, that shit's wild. Yeah. That's like, if there was ever like a reason to like not go to France, that alone would be it.
I'm sorry. Let me come up with a less offensive term because that was very out of line. Fricks. Fricks. Yes.
It took me a while to understand what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what we'll call them.
Ribbit.
Anyway, so have you heard anybody talking about this? Have you seen anybody talking about it? Anything notable regarding that?
Yeah, first of all, on Twitter, that was one thing. So the fact that people that I actually follow on Twitter are actually talking about it, or not even follow, they just kind of show up in my feed. That was news. And then my other buddies that I know online, they were sending shit. They were sending there was like one video comparing like the Russian Olympics or whatever, and it was like a nice, like, they got like a ball theme, like an 1800s kind of like theme going on, and then above it's just a bunch of men dressed like women and doing shit. It's fucking weird. The contrast is incredible. But of course, Russia is an enemy, so
Yeah, you remember the ad they made about the U.S. where it was like they were talking about how like what's happening is a problem with progressivism.
Who, the Russians?
Yeah, there was like Putin was making an ad. He was in the ad.
I don't remember that, actually.
Hold on, let's see if we can find it. This was during the war. Let's see if I can find it though. Like wasn't this the one where he was Santa? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, I've heard of it, but I never went out of my way to watch it.
I think it was like Putin wasn't a fan of
I'm not a big fan of the government.
Let's see if I can pull this up. Okay. Putin is portrayed as Santa in new Russian propaganda video. Cringy, somebody calls it cringy, supposedly. Russian anti-LGBTQ propaganda with Putin as Santa Claus. Okay, so let's watch one of these. Let's pull this up. Let's have this on display. Let's see what the Russians are saying so that we can objectively determine what is being propagandized to the Russians. Okay, well, we have to make sure we know what's happening in other countries so that we can see versus our country what's happening. Okay, to know what the cost of freedom is. Okay. Yay. So very clearly you can see two daddies.
I don't know if it's going to show up like this for the audience, but I'm getting a slideshow basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see what I'm seeing. Is it better now?
No.
On my end, I can see it like fluidly. I see it liquidly, fluidly.
Parent 2.
It's like, huh?
Parent 2.
Let me see. I see render me, gender me, LGBTQ plus, straight into gay. I can't read that last one. Were you seeing Parent 2?
It was like the last slide.
Oh. Yeah, I see. You see it, right? Or no?
See what?
Parent 1, Parent 2, no.
Well, I don't see it now, but I saw it before.
I see it now even on the StreamYard screen. What's going on?
I see LGBTQ plus and render me, gender me, or whatever.
Okay, what about now?
Now I see it.
Okay. And does it look better now?
Now it's actually moving.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, did you get the idea of what was happening there?
Pretty much. You don't have to go back.
That kid drawing two dads and all that, and you see all the books, the LGBT.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, that's a boy?
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the point that they're
Oh.
They're messing with children.
I mean, moving on.
Render me. What is that? Is that like a parody?
What?
Render me, gender me. I was just thinking about that title, Render Me, Gender Me. What's that supposed to mean? That's like a title, like a parody of something?
Like you're rendering your gender.
But is that supposed to be a parody of something else? Is it a reference to something, or did they just make that up? Like I
assume they made it up. I don't know anything that's called that.
Maybe a Dr. Seuss book. It was too thick for that, though.
Render me, gender me.
All the gender who's a what's-its and dibbity doos. All the guys with dicks. And hoodily who's. Is Nutcracker a public domain? I feel like it is, right?
Dude, it's like 200 years old.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Nobody has the rights to that. Rights. Oh, let's go. And she's hot too.
Yeah. Did he just like replace him or did he turn him into a woman or what's going on?
No, that was replacement. The replacement theory is true. Putin is actually replacing black people with white people, okay?
Wait, the guy was black?
Wasn't he like brown?
I thought
because I think the kid drew him as brown. So I just thought...
Yeah, but in the photo is white.
Oh, yeah, no, he's white. Okay, well, but they drew him as brown, so I was thinking it's like a brown father. You see that?
Yeah.
He looks brown here, so I'm like, well, why would he... Okay.
Maybe the kid's colorblind.
Anyway, that's true. He's not racist. They taught him to be so not racist that he can't even tell if his dad is black or white. He doesn't know. But anyway, he kind of tricked me with that drawing. But anyway, point being is Putin is replacing people with women, actually. But is this the same father on the right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is just a pasted image over of the guy. I think they just like peeled it off. It looks like he's pasted on. He doesn't even look like he's in the same lighting.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, yeah, he does not look like he's in the same picture now that I look at it.
I mean, does the woman? Or did they paste that on too?
Yeah, that kind of looks pasted on too.
Yeah, so I think it's just a guy by himself and they had two different images that they pasted on. Joe Biden can never. Trump could never.
Minnesota!
Trump could never either. They claim with the Project 2025, they're like, oh, Trump's going to get rid of gay people. Gay people are they're shivering in their timbers, okay? Where they're like, Project 2025 is going to be the end. Well, Trump's not going to do any of that.
Doesn't he have like rallies specifically for LGBT now?
And he's also like, Project 2025, I don't know why the Democrats are trying to levy this against me. Frankly, it's too extreme. We don't like the extreme right just as much as we don't like the extreme left. The radical left and the radical right, folks. There's a radical right.
We accept the LGBT, but frankly, not the Q.
Folks, frankly, folks, it went too far with the plus. We loved it until it was the plus. I even said back in the day, I said LGBTQIA, okay, but plus is too far. It's too far, okay? We've crossed the line. We cannot bend these genders no more. It was okay when it was man to woman and woman to man, but we have to keep it at the basics, folks. The Republicans, they believe in man and woman. You can go from one to the other, but not a third way, okay? No tray way. Okay.
Oh, man.
So let's see. Well, yeah. Well, clearly Putin is not in favor of probably what just happened at the Olympics there. So you must be bigoted if you're against it. frankly.
You think Santa Claus would be against gay people? He's a saint, technically. So I mean,
yeah, that's actually a good point. And he doesn't go all around the world, so he's also racist.
Does he not? Is that canon?
Well, you don't see him going to the Middle East. I mean, he tried in South Park and he got blown out of the sky. Let's lay down. He's hit. Yeah, that was a funny scene when he got blown out of the sky, and there was like the elves were panicking. Quite the experience that episode was. But anyway, no, I don't know. If a kid is gay, is that naughty? That sounded sus. But, I'm just saying, there's a naughty and nice list. Is it nice to be gay or is it naughty to be gay? Which one is it? Or is it neutral? It can't be neutral. Isn't every action either naughty or nice?
Yeah.
I mean, you're either naughty or you're nice. So I think,
he's technically an Orthodox saint.
Yeah, so it's not looking for good for those gay kids.
He was in the eastern part of the Roman Empire, I'm pretty sure.
Not looking good for those gay households.
Yeah, wow. Or maybe he'd blame the parents. I don't know.
And he'd still give gifts to the kids.
Maybe he'd do the Putin thing and give him like the right gifts.
Exactly. I think Putin was just accurately portraying Santa. Honestly, that wasn't even him trying to spread propaganda. It was just an accurate historical portrayal of Mr. Santa Claus.
His response. I'm just telling you what Santa does. I don't know why you think I'm trying to propagandize anything.
I'm not even saying anything about what Santa does. All I'm saying is that this is what Santa does. Okay.
I was just reminding you guys. It's tis the season.
I thought we could still make Christmas movies about Santa. What happened to that? Are we supposed to? What next? A Black Santa?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this is America.
Black Santa?
That's a thing.
Yeah. Well then, so the Olympics, Santa did not visit the Olympics.
He did not.
That is not happening probably in the near future. I don't know. Do you think the next Olympics will be just as bad, if not worse?
They will have
That's
to be
4
worse.
years. That's 4 years. You think it just gets worse from here?
It has to get worse. I'm just waiting for people to the ratings or whatever to drop enough where people stop just caring enough, where people are like, why are we doing this anymore?
Well, that was the only reason people were talking about it. You think they were trying to do that for ratings?
Probably. Yeah,
exactly. It's like a stunt, right? I mean, they're probably noticing it's like, well, people aren't tuning in anyway. But if anything, that should just cause you, you remember, what was it? It's like the music awards.
Oh, the Grammys.
Yeah, where
the Oscars.
What did they have going on just at the Grammys that there was this controversy over it too? I think it had to do with the WAP performance, like Cardi B. I think it was very vulgar, if I remember correctly.
Was that what Ben Shapiro was talking about?
Well, he was talking about the song first of all, and then later on when this happened, let me look up WAP Grammys, because this was a very, not just suggestive, but this is straight up just, borderline. It was just softcore, let's see, WAP performance.
Get a bucket and a mop.
Cardi B snaps back at Republicans' criticism of Grammy. This was 2021. So yeah, that negatively affected things. I would say probably. I don't know. I don't know if New York posted Cardi B fart during her Grammys WAP performance.
Bruh.
How would you hear that? Honestly, it sounded like Biden farted in his last press conference. Well, I don't know if it was the last one, but it was the one right before he stepped down.
I didn't actually see that. Is that the one where he said he would address the nation or whatever?
I was watching he was in front of reporters. I was watching it was gonna be, I don't know, I think it was still Wheel of Fortune. There's Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. I was actually sitting there watching it while I was eating some food, and then it just flips by, and I'm like, shit, I don't want to watch this. But then I just sat there and watched anyway. I couldn't even understand what he was saying most of the time, but I just sat there and kept watching. It's like my brain turned off too.
I don't know what he just said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said.
The Walkman virus is infecting me while I watch Biden. I cannot watch his Machiavellian performance without slipping into a mental coma.
Machiavellian, huh? Wow, that's an interesting choice of words.
It's just he calls everything that. It's either Marxist or Machiavellian.
Yeah,
it's always that, right? I mean, it never changes.
There was another one that you always used.
Postmodernist.
Yeah, that's the one.
Postmodernist, Marxist, Machiavellian. It's always one of those. It's always one of those.
It's like the gangster computer god guy.
It's like that's his deck. Yeah, it's true.
The gangster computer gods.
I would love to see Jordan Peterson, like somebody write up, like, I mean, honestly, just put together a lot of the things he said that sound like that and just read them like piece by piece together. So Francis Deck was this guy, he was like a lawyer. And he started writing these like schizo letters to courts. Like he's like to all judges. Like he has these crazy schizo like letters that are incredibly hilarious. He calls them like gangster computer gods and shit. Like I would recommend looking it up on YouTube because it's honestly probably some of the best sentences strung together in the English language. But Jordan Peterson's probably like the closest thing we have at this point, just because he does really like to make these complex like strings of sentences where he wants to sound profound, whereas like he's not really saying all that much.
You gotta go to the underworld and save your father.
Yeah. What does he also say? Like lobster? What was it?
The fucking lobster thing with like the mating shit.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what he was talking
about. I forgot how he said it. I forgot how he said it.
It was like a meme.
Yeah.
I remember that, and then he like cries all the time, and that's it.
Man, it's just, like we're in the universe together, and it's just so much, man. I just, we're all lobsters.
Did you see? That really is like a Francis Deck type.
My daughter, she saw Andrew Tate, and they made love, and she didn't want to admit it. It breaks me inside every day. I just can't with it.
Did you see on Twitter how like she was like going off on like you need to ban everybody that's talking about
thing,
and and everybody just started sending pictures of her with Andrew Tate and shit.
Jordan Peterson had prior talked about how censorship's bad, and then after the fact he's saying these are rats, they need to be got rid of, like of course speaking to people that would be considered bigoted, right? In a certain way.
Mr. First.
As opposed to the bigoted people, bigoted, calling people rats. Now it's not actually inhumane to call those people rats. They just can't call the people they want to call people, like call rats to rats. But you can call them rats. That's fine. It's fine language, as long as it's geared at the right person, at a hateful person.
You don't understand these people. They're inhuman.
His tweets are worse than him like speaking out loud. Like look at his tweets, how they're strung together. He has like single word sentences, does like double space between all of them. Like it really just sounds insane. Like even more so than if you were to hear him talk.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels. I mean, I guess he was right. He's trying to the other people now.
He kind of lost that one. I mean, it had he not joined the Daily Wire, then maybe it would have been different.
Weren't they trying to like repeal his like psychologist license or whatever?
Probably. That's what happens to a lot of people who, I mean, at some point he was actually standing up for what was right.
Yeah.
Mind you, there was a point where he did that.
You do have to actually remind me because it's been so long now.
I know, right? It's like I actually felt like I had to remind myself there. Because it's like these days you just don't see any of that from him. It's all about like literally what he's calling for now is censorship. What he's calling for now is he's just like calling people these names. I mean, it's just there's not much productive coming from JP at this point.
I remember there was one point in time where my one friend was really big on Jordan. Well, I had a lot of friends that were big into Jordan Peterson. Luckily, I missed that shit. But anyway. There was one buddy of mine that was like really into him. Me and my other buddy were getting on him. We're like, bro, he's just repackaging Christianity. There was like one video where somebody asked him directly, "Are you a Christian?" And he's like, "Well, you see the thing about that." He just went out of his way not to answer the question. But one day I was going through these Piers Morgan interviews because I heard they were pretty entertaining from our one mutual acquaintance. And I saw I think it was like the third one or whatever he did with Piers Morgan. And Piers Morgan was like, "Hey, are you a Christian?" And he finally was like, "Well, I guess the jury's out on that one." And he finally basically admitted it because his daughter was there with him. And it was just nice to finally hear it.
Well, he makes a message to all Christians and a message to all Muslims, but there's a secret third thing that he won't make a message to. So I don't know. I don't know. Is he really Christian? I'm not sure.
I mean, like modern Christian, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Like Michael Knowles approved Christian.
You know, it's unfortunate because aside from some of the stuff that, you know, we could call Michael Knowles out for, he's like, I don't know. Like, I did like some of his takes.
I'm not going to lie. Of that Daily Wire crew, I think he's probably the best out of all of them.
I mean, it's like, okay, well, Matt Walsh has a lot of bad perspectives, though. When it came to, like, I mean, they were having a roundtable discussion. I don't know if you saw this, but they were they were all clowning on Walsh for something he said about, you know, allegiance to other countries. And Michael Knowles was included in the Ben Shapiro side where he's like, it's just the right opinion.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, it's like, okay, well, on this one thing, maybe Matt Walsh is better. In general, though, aside from that, Michael Knowles is like better than a lot of them as far as his takes, I would say.
He's like so close to being consistently logical on a lot of points, but then at the same time, he kind of does like on some points he does just kind of like toe the line with what the conservative belief is. So like, give it a few years, we'll be talking about how trans is fine, but we can't be getting to other genders here. Like, this is getting crazy now.
I mean, look, like a man can turn into a woman and a woman can turn into a man. But when you want to claim that there is some sort of third thing that you can turn into, I mean, that is preposterous. And that goes against God's will.
Well, yeah, it was the one where I think I remember the one you're talking about. He's like, well, when you have this country and it's like he's going to the allegiance thing, and it was something like you need to question about whether or not it's the right thing to do or something like that. And then fuck it, what's his name? Knowles chimed in. Well, in this case, it just is.
Yeah.
So
well, you guys can look that up on your own time to figure out what we're talking about. Yeah. Here's the thing. I need to do another transition. Pause. Not in the case of
another one.
Not in the case
back and forth.
Yeah, I need to revert back to my original gender here and talk about. See, that was my transition, as Fantana would say, into transition into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hold on, I don't know why it took me this long to like really fully appreciate it, but that is a great profile picture. Yeah. You know what I might do? I might save that and like make it my phone lock screen or something like that.
It is a nice photo. I should make it my Discord profile. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. You know, what am I right now? I'm like the Chud Yakub. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. I would say. I don't know how I found that one. I don't remember, but it was a really good find. That was a really good find.
It's quite the gem.
Like these are good finds I'm having recently. I'm on a hot streak for that. No, but you see, the thing is, there was a recent release of the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, and I had witnessed it for myself.
Oh, you saw it?
I saw it, and we had talked previously, and you said it was going to be a train wreck. Well,
I did.
I think you said it was going to be pretty bad.
Oh, I don't know if I said that.
You said something along the lines of it's not going to be good, like it's going to like they're just based on where Marvel's at, it's just really not going to be all right.
Yeah. I probably did say that because they're owned by Disney now or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will say it didn't deviate far from like at all really from where the Deadpool movies have been. Like it's not like a radical like reformation of what Deadpool is. The only thing is, well, not just the only thing. I guess, you know, let me first of all, spoiler warning, I guess, because do you care if I spoil it, or do you want me to give a spoiler-free review?
Not care less.
Okay, so you could not care less, right? If you could care less, then I wouldn't give you spoilers. But you see, viewers, you guys don't want to be spoiled. So if you haven't watched the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, unless you don't care, and then you can keep watching this part. But I guess we should maybe we should tell them when it ends. So I don't know. Okay. Maybe we could like flash a number on the screen, or maybe post-op pause. I could talk. I could give you like a voice memo, and you could put the timestamp in my voice and place it over, like skip to 1:30, something like that, you know, to avoid spoilers. I could do something like that for you. Maybe we could even do a green screen of me over the the video here. Possibly.
We'll figure it out.
Something like that. I mean, we'll figure it out for you guys. But here we'll just place it in this section right here. Just leave a blank space real quick, just in case we want to do that. All right. So here's the thing, and watch there not be anything even there. But So here's how the movie goes. Again, this is going to be spoilers. We already warned you, but if you were kind of out of it, spoiler warning, Deadpool and Wolverine, spoiler warning. There you go. So you guys can't get mad that I talked about the movie. Okay. So did you watch Logan?
Yeah. Oh man, was that like 10 years ago? It was
so long ago. It was like 7.
Yeah. Like
but you watched it, right?
I did. I don't know if I'll remember everything about it,
though. Well, the relevant part is that he dies at the end and that he had like this like lab daughter.
Okay, I remember the second part. I forgot about the first part.
Okay, well, he dies at the end. He like falls into a branch and perishes because he runs out of healing factor. And so
I don't know why. It was so funny the way you said perishes.
Yeah, well, okay, so Deadpool starts out the movie because people were saying like, oh, well, Logan died, how could Wolverine be back? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, we're gonna like get rid of that legacy that Logan had that he left, because honestly, Logan is like probably the best, like one of the best, if not the best Marvel movies. Like, or I guess technically, anything within the Marvel, like because it wasn't like Marvel that
it was like 21st century, right?
Yeah, but anyway, it's one of the, like, of the Marvel characters, this is like probably the best movie.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And so it was really good. But here's the thing. So like people were saying like, well, you shouldn't shit on the Logan movie, like by bringing him just like back, because that kind of takes a lot away from it, just to have this character revived. But here's the thing. It starts out with Deadpool digging up the grave and he's like, well, see, that's not how a healing factor works. You got to think about it. And he was saying like, basically he's going to dig him up and he could be back. But then he digs it up and it's just a skeleton, like an adamantium skeleton. And he's like, oh, well, that's that. But see, there's these like, so there's like within the Marvel universe, I had to kind of like use context to figure out how things work. But like, I think this is like from Loki or something. There was like this whole like TVA, like time association, where like there's this organization that makes sure that time doesn't get messed up and like they manage timelines and stuff. So there were these like guards from there. Like this is how because it starts out like beyond what you would already know for the plot. It's just all you see is these armed guards coming for Deadpool. And he's like, all right, well, they're like, Wade Wilson, like, drop your weapons or whatever and just surrender yourself. He's like, fine, I promise not to use any of my weapons against you. So then what he does is takes out Wolverine's skeleton and just like starts using his bones to kill them. And he uses the claws too, like on his own arms. And so that's like where the opening credits are. Like they actually have the opening credits show up like on the bones. Like it's pretty cool. Like I thought honestly, like, because I do have some complaints about the movie, but I thought that opening scene was actually well written. I thought it was a good way of like bringing or making sure that they're not, I mean, yeah, they are kind of like digging up the grave, but they're at least not like completely shitting on it or anything, like by just bringing him back. And so that was pretty cool, though it like flashes back to like Deadpool. Like, I guess there are like some events that happen from the second movie to the third movie that you don't really see on camera for the most part. They kind of get like his girlfriend and him break up, and like there's other stuff that happens. I guess he's like a car salesman and all that. I think they talked about that in the second movie. I can't remember too well. But not the girlfriend breaking up thing. They just broke up in between, and they show like a scene later of what happened. But anyway, so they're trying to squeeze a lot of information in. It is one of the problems I have, first of all, because he gets taken by the TVA, because we're flashed back to him being at a party with all his friends. He gets a knock on the door. This is in the trailers. He gets taken by them. And so he enters this room where it's like, they're like interrogating him, and they're talking about the TVA, and like they're talking about like explaining what it is. Like they have to re-explain because not everybody knows what it is. And that's the problem. Like, I mean, all the details that they have to add, they have to like introduce characters and like introduce what the timelines are, the relevance, why his timeline might get erased. And that's like the stakes of the movie. There's like a lot of information being put in. They even like introduce this thing called like anchor beings, which is like a being so relevant to a timeline that if this being dies, then the timeline comes apart. And so they talk about how like Logan was the being for that timeline in Deadpool's universe and stuff. So there's like a lot going on here that you have to like, I mean, I followed it, but it's like, somebody that doesn't watch these Marvel movies or like, any media outside of the Deadpool, even like if you've watched the Deadpool and X-Men movies, you still have like catching up to do technically, even though they try to help you with that. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not too keen on just throwing all that in. I feel like it's not that it was completely a lazy move to have this be the plot of the story, though. It kind of feels like this is just sort of an extension of like the overdone things with like the complexity of the timelines and the universes. And, we've had so many of these multiverse movies, and he actually talks about at the end of the movie, he like, cause, there's a lot to explain, I guess, but point being is like they have to fight a lot of alternate versions of Deadpool at the end. Like it's not really like the main part of the movie. It's just that the main villain summons them from like this void that him and Logan get sent, or not Logan, Wolverine, you know, this version of Wolverine, they're both Logan, but you know, him and this new version of Wolverine that he finds, and by scouting the universes, like it's complex already, right? But he is in the Time Authority. He steals like the little tablet that would get him. He calls it like a Samsung like Note or something. I forgot what he called it. But it was one of those like shitty phones. But anyway, he takes that, goes to a different universe to find Wolverine. They flash through like a bunch of different like universes. There's one where there's like Hulk in it, so like you're like, whoa, it's Hulk, you know. There's different versions of like comic Wolverine and stuff.
I remember Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. It's like to get you to laugh at that, you know. And so there's like a bunch of different ones. It just kind of feels a little random. But then he eventually finds this version of Wolverine, who's like a new one that I guess like he has this like tragic backstory where everybody hates him in his universe now. And then him and Wolverine get sent to the void by the TVA because they don't want him to interfere, like Deadpool to interfere with the destruction of his universe, because the TVA authority is like, his name's Paradox. He's like, oh, well, you know, your timeline needs to be destroyed now. Well, it's going to end anyway because Logan's dead. So now I'm just going to speed up the process because I don't really care. It would have taken a couple thousand years, but you know, I just kind of want to get rid of it because I want to do the old TVA, the way they did things. I like that. And so, you know, you can see it's already getting very complex, but you know, he sends Logan and or Wolverine and Deadpool to this wasteland. It's like the void. And so basically they meet this character who takes his like hood off, and it's actually Chris Evans who played Captain America. And so Deadpool gets really excited because he's like seeing that like they have to fight some people with him. And so he's like saying his catchphrase. He's like, hey, it's time. It's like Avengers. And then as he's saying that, Chris Evans says, flame on. And then he's actually like Human Torch from from the Fantastic Four movies.
Damn, that's a deep cut there.
That one was more interesting than like some of the other additions they did with like these characters, because they also introduced like Sabretooth in it, and like I don't know if he was in the old X-Men movies. I didn't watch them all, but okay. Well, anyway, they add him in and he fights with Wolverine, and I mean, he gets killed right away. It's like not really like that much of a scene. It's kind of underwhelming, but because like Deadpool's like, oh yeah, people have been waiting for this, and then he just kind of like slashes his head off. So there's that, I guess. But anyway, they get all taken anyway because they lose. They get like abducted and taken to this like version of, well, it's like a big Ant-Man structure because Ant-Man's also dead, and they like structure his like giant body as like this like layer. And so, well, it's like a version of Ant-Man because like there's versions of all these people that aren't really like the main universe versions. They meet a version of Professor X's sister, I guess, that like, I don't know if it was the main Professor X, but I guess that was part of the implication. I don't know. Anyway, it's Professor X's sister. They get separated, I guess, and like they don't really like know each other. Actually, like he doesn't know of her. She knows of him, but he doesn't know of her, I guess. But she's in there, and she's like, you know, kind of like the one that rules this whole place. And so she's the one that gets to like decide who lives and dies, because she has like these like insane psychic powers. I mean, she kind of has to like touch people to make them work, or be near them. But she's able to like really mess with, you know, of course, the fabric of reality here with how things work. Like she basically takes apart Chris Evans because she skins him alive. And then he like falls apart into like bones and blood because Deadpool was saying like, oh yeah, he was saying all this shit about you. And then he starts talking like shit on behalf of him. And he's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And like the audience thinks he actually didn't say it because we don't hear him say it at any point. So she does kill him. But then at the end of the movie, Deadpool actually reveals that he did say all of that. He like plays back the tape and he's like, yeah, he actually did say that. Now I'm vindicated. Because the whole time, like throughout the movie, it's like a running joke that you think like Deadpool got him killed because of that. I mean, technically he exposes what he said, but he was supposed to be like, people thought he was bullshitting it. But yeah, that was, I don't know. He made a joke about how keeping Chris Evans in the movie was too expensive. So they had to kill him off right away. So there was that, I guess. You know, it's like, it's okay stuff. It's not bad. Like, I really think it just got convoluted at that midpoint before they got into the void. And then in the void, it just looks kind of drab. So while they're there, it's kind of like a little unentertaining visually, aside from like the characters that are added. But basically they get away from, her name's Cassandra Nova, like Professor X's sister. And so they get to like a version of Deadpool who's like this like it's like a version of Ryan Reynolds that has a good face, like not the cancer face, and he's like a nice pool. He has this dog called Dog Pool, and Deadpool wants the dog. So he's basically like implicating he wants to kill Nice Pool to get the dog, Krill Nice Pool to get the dog. This is a movie. Come on, guys. And then so they eventually take his car to go try and get to the outer lands of this area. I don't know. I don't remember exactly the reason they mentioned they were doing that, but they did want to I guess I don't remember exactly actually what their exact point was with that, but they do run into because they get in this big fight, Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're basically just it's a very interesting fight scene because they finally start fighting because Wolverine this whole time has been motivated by the fact that Deadpool says the TVA can fix his world and get it back to normal to the point where people don't hate him anymore, because he's had this long running thing of people hating him, but you don't know exactly why. And then so what happened was they had this interesting car fight scene where it's of course they can heal, so they just keep doing that over and over, but I guess it's visually interesting. But then they pass out just after fighting and they get abducted by somebody. The van they're in gets taken, and it gets taken to this cave, a goon cave, if you will. But no, they have different Marvel characters. They have they have, what is her name? Elektra or whatever. But Deadpool thought she was Wonder Woman. I kind of did too at first. Let's see. Elektra hero. They had Gambit, and he was played by Channing Tatum. It was the card hero.
Yeah.
And then they had Blade, the original Blade, not the new version of the guy. They had the Wesley Snipes Blade.
I didn't know there was a new version.
There's one that Marvel's trying to make, but they haven't made it yet. The Channing Tatum one was just a proposed character. Wasn't actually in any movies. He was kind of from this movie originally because of not being portrayed before. And then they had her name was Laura. Now it's X-23. It was the one that was made in the lab. That's Wolverine's daughter. Or she was the daughter, right? That's how that works. Essentially. Basically, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so they had that. I can't remember if there was another one. I think that was those were the characters. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean she's I don't know how old she is now, but she's she was a kid 7 years ago. I don't know how old she is now. Let's see. Laura X-23 Fisher. Okay. Well, I'm trying to see who plays her in the movie. Okay, I can't see it on this web page, on this Wikipedia. God damn it. I'm trying to see how you can find the actual, because I'm trying to look up X-23, but that doesn't help because I don't know the actress's name. Let me look up X-23 actress.
Go to IMDb.
Daphne Keane, born in 2005, British Spanish.
What?
She's 19. She doesn't even look honestly 19, I would say. She looks like she could be 17. But anyway, I guess it's because she's really thin, I suppose. But there was so they get into that cave, and now they want to go back to fight Cassandra Nova, and then they go do it, and then Wolverine's denying he doesn't want to come with them, and then Laura has this talk with him, so it's supposed to be this one. It was kind of short-lived, but it was essentially her trying to motivate him to come back because she's talking about how good Logan was and all that. And then
the movie?
The man. Yeah, imagine. Well, that seems like something Deadpool would say, but not X-23. Right, I know. But anyway, so they get back to Cassandra Nova's base, and then Wolverine comes out of the trunk, this supposed to be a badass entrance. I already knew it was going to happen. I just thought maybe he's going to catch up with them somehow, but he just comes out of the trunk. So they start fighting her goons, and then they get up to her, and they have to use Juggernaut's helmet, I guess, to block her powers. So they do, but then she gets shot by one of her goons that was tired of he was working with the TVA, and he was tired of her and all that. We thought Wolverine was going to kill her first, but then Wolverine's just take the helmet off because, Professor X wouldn't have wanted this and stuff. And so then they do take the helmet off, and she heals, and she doesn't kill them. She just opens a Doctor Strange portal, which somehow is supposed to now work in between actual timelines and stuff. But, or I guess from the void back to wherever they were in the first place. So then they get back to where they were in the first place at the TVA. Well, where Deadpool was in the first place. I guess Logan or Wolverine was there too, because he brought him there at the beginning of the movie as a sort of way of he's here, I have a new Wolverine. You don't have to end my timeline now because I have this one that's going to like it could just put it back in, and essentially we have the timeline working again. But he's like, that's not how it works. It's like some British guy, like the TVA guy, Paradox. And then so they get to like the point where there's like this portal opens and like they're supposed to be stopped by all these Deadpools, because like the Deadpools are essentially supposed to hold them back from getting, because Cassandra Nova now wants to get back into that reality as well, even though she was helping them in the first place to get back. Now she wants to get to the like the machine that's like, because there's a machine that erases timelines. She wants to now, because she knows that that guy was betraying her on behalf of the TVA. Now she wants to go to the TVA and put herself into the machine to erase a bunch of timelines, like basically all of them, and just bring everybody into the void, and like she's going to control it and be like the god and whatever. So, you know, that's her motivation now. So she gets in there, but then they have to stop her. They can't because the Deadpools are in the way. They're Nice Pool, who was like the beautiful Ryan Reynolds guy, like supposedly, because that's what he's supposed to be portrayed as. He has like this long hair, and he like had, when he first came in, he had like the light shining on him. He is telling them, yeah, guys, I don't think this is going to work out. And so, like, you know, for them, because they had to fight all the Deadpools, and Deadpool takes Nice Pool and he starts like putting him in front of him as like a human shield. And then he sees Nice Pool has all these shots in the back, and he's like, okay, so how long do you take to heal? And he's like, heal? So they figure out this guy actually doesn't have a healing factor. And so then Deadpool starts trying to take him across, because like Dogpool's on the other side, I guess. He's like trying to take him to like this he claims like there's like this food stand. So he's like, oh, well, if I take you to the food stand, then like, you know, everything will be all right. I could give you this food and you'll be fine. Even though he has like all these shots in his back. He's like, yeah, you really think? And he's like, yeah, okay, so we're going to go. And so he starts pulling him across again, but he like just starts holding him up while he's getting shot, like just standing there. And he's like, dude, you're like dead weight at this point. Like, it's really heavy. And so at this point, he's just killing the dog owner, I guess. I mean, I guess maybe partially he might be lying about it just to get the dog, but, you know, he gets like eventually like there's this, and this kind of reminds me of the superhero movie, honestly, like the one I was talking about before with Drake Bell, because of the visual gags here. Like there was this point where he's just holding him up, and he's like, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. And then somebody shoots him in the back of the head, and his whole head explodes just like viciously. There's like a comedic amount of blood coming out. See, that was funny. I think that was like probably the funny part.
The funny part.
Yeah, I know. Like the movie overall, like I'll talk about it, but like honestly, there was nothing that making me like die laughing. Like there were some good jokes, I guess, but it wasn't like I wasn't dying laughing about it. And one thing I was going to mention probably at the end, but I guess I'll just mention it now before you say whatever you're going to say. Like there were a lot of gay jokes, as far as like, you know how like Deadpool makes gay jokes as far as like, oh, well, this guy's checking me out, or like, you know, I'm checking this guy out, like stuff like that. There weren't any like gay scenes. There weren't any like, you know, homosexual activities, like literal like homosexual activities, but you know, good, right? But I saw an article talking about, well, you know, I didn't say that, but I'll just say, I'm just saying there was an article that said like, oh, well, is Deadpool like scared of embracing like homosexuality? Like they just want to make it a joke, like whatever and such. So there was like an article criticizing it. I was like, you know, like I was thinking to myself during the movie while they were making those jokes, I was like, I really hope there is no male kissing in this. Like, I really hope this isn't the case. And there wasn't. So I was like, I'm actually glad there was none. And so, you know, I'm just saying, you know, me personally, hey, I'm not for that, because I'm not foreseeing it, because me personally, I'm just different than that. You know, they wouldn't like seeing me kiss a woman, right? Right? They wouldn't like seeing me kiss a woman. So I just don't want to see them kiss because of that. Okay? It's like equal. Okay? Okay? There we go. So that should fend off YouTube. So anyway, point being, I was just kind of like, okay, well, good. I don't have to see that. And the thing is, like, you know, then this article comes out about it because they noticed the same thing I did, except for they wanted there to be, you know, some sort of activities. But like, really, it was just there were gags. Like there was nothing like out of completely to the point where you're just like, I just need to stop seeing this right now. So that was good. You know, for the most part, it was just like, you know, it was supposed to get audience laughs, I guess. And, you know, it could be like, you could see two guys make these jokes about each other and it's funny, right? Like it could be. So it wasn't too bad, but I wouldn't like to see that in future Deadpool movies where it's like, now we have to see it, you know? But I really didn't laugh crazily at any point. I was going to mention something else, but unless you want to like, you had something to mention.
those two friends I was talking about before, the one that got in the argument about Destiny, they were going to go see that movie yesterday. I don't know if they actually did, but I deliberately told them I wouldn't go because I care so little about superhero movies. And yeah, like I get the whole Deadpool concept. It's supposed to be like a joke, but it comes off as like very kind of gay because it's like taking part in a joke, taking part in the genre, but trying to say it's fine because they're making fun of the genre at the same time. Yeah. It's just I don't know. Yeah. I don't really care for that kind of like ridiculous amount of like it's almost like nihilistic because it's like we embrace this, but also we're shitting on it the entire time. It's like pick one and do it well. That's my thing. And on top of that, I don't really care for all the cameos and all that. Honestly, it's gotten to the point where if I see anything like superhero related, it just like it triggers like an aversion from you. It's just like a severe like, oh God, this shit type thing.
Yeah, honestly, I think my appreciation for it has declined over time because of the same thing. I used to like it more when the first Deadpool movie was coming out. I was so excited for it. I was like, I need to see it. I'm like, I love this. I saw the first, like before the movie was even approved, I saw that like leaked footage from Ryan Reynolds and I was like, dude, this is so cool. Because I wanted to see the actual Deadpool in the movies as opposed to that thing from X-Men Origins.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, that blade too. That one blade. Why did they do that? I just, that was strange. But and also I don't know how because these movies basically take place in the same universe unless they just don't count X-Men Origins as a canon. Because like Logan, it takes place in the same world as Deadpool. And so Logan's supposed to be Wolverine throughout the years. Like they're all contained in the same universe. So that would mean X-Men Origins actually did happen. There was another guy named Wade Wilson. He was called Deadpool and he looked like that. And then he also regenerated at the end of the movie with his head off, except for Deadpool goes back in time at the end of Deadpool 2 and kills him. So
yeah, I do recall that actually because I saw the second one.
That was probably the best moment of Deadpool. Honestly, it was funny. It was satisfying. I feel like a lot of people were satisfied with that. But yeah, so I mean, basically what it gets to is that Nicepool dies. It was that was actually a funny scene where his head gets blown off like that. That was probably the funniest moment. And like I said, I didn't really have any moments where I was like audibly laughing. I had like a few like nosebleeds.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it wasn't like ha 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 ha. I didn't have that. But anyway, so like there are all the Deadpools now he has to fight, and he's like, guys, let's not do this. Like, let's not bring the multiverse into this. Like, this is getting old. Like he makes that joke like South Park does, where they have like the Into the Panderverse, but except for they both do it. Like they still both do it. They make whole things about it. South Park makes a whole special about it. These people make a whole like I guess part of the movie about it. If anything, a lot of the movie has to do with like traveling across like universes anyway or timelines. So
yeah, that's the other thing too. I was gonna say that's another reason why I kind of hate the whole superhero thing. Not just because it's like the whole superhero thing, but also because there's like an iceberg with like any kind of comic culture or like superhero thing. You might read like a nice Batman comic here and there, and it's just some guy dressing up in a bat suit and he beats the shit out of people that belong in a sanitarium. But then you go like one layer deeper. It's like, oh well, now you got these like superhero aliens with like laser eyes and shit. And that's already getting past my level of like putting aside my disbelief. And then you get into like there's actually all these planets that are going against this, and then there's this other universe, and people are getting resurrected from. They're going back into like it just gets so fucking stupid after a while.
What happened to the original Iron Man movies?
Those were good because they were like self-contained. Well, okay, the first one was good, but yeah, then it's like, we have these aliens, and then they're fighting, and these giant aliens, and it destroys the entirety of New York, and everyone's just kind of fine with it, sort of. And then we got to go back in time to do this, and then it's.
I mean, the first Avengers movie still made it work to an extent, but by the time you get to like Endgame, I'm like, dude, seriously. And the problem I had was like, I didn't like the fact that because I watched Infinity War, I'm like, okay, I could see it. I see what they're trying to do with this. I just hope they don't do a time travel movie the next time.
Yeah,
I was like, I just hope they don't do time travel as their solution to the Thanos snap. And then guess what they do is the solution to the Thanos snap, the exact thing I didn't want, time travel. Like
I think I saw several YouTubers because I used to watch like movie reviewers and shit like that. Dark days, very dark days. And I think every single last one of them said that when they reviewed Infinity War. Like, I just really hope they don't do a time travel thing to undo the Thanos snap. And that's exactly what they did.
That's exactly how my feeling was. You know, when I had watched it, I just came up with that myself. I'm just like, it would be lazy. And that's what they did.
It was incredibly lazy.
Well, anyway, so they fight, you know, I guess if you want to hear the rest of the movie, they fight the Deadpools. They all heal, of course, because apparently Nice Pool was the only one that just couldn't regenerate. And so they have to try and re-kill them, but except for this guy Peter comes in, and they're like, oh, we all have a Peter, and then they're like surrounding him and like, you know, just like celebrating with him. So Deadpool and Wolverine just go to the TVA, and now Cassandra Nova's trying to take it over, like she's like erasing the timelines, and then they're like, well, you have to go down there and like make a connection between these two like these sides, like antimatter and matter. And they're like, okay, then we'll go do it. And he's like, you don't understand. If you make the connection, you will perish. There will be none of you left. It's antimatter and matter we're talking about here. And so they're like, because again, he's British. And so then they were like, and he actually played his role well. I'll give him that. Like for what it was, like I thought this guy was like a good actor. But anyway, you know, they had to make the connection, but they're fighting over who has to do it, because at first, like, you know, you would think that it's like, you do it, no, you do it. But no, it was like Deadpool saying like, you know what, Wolverine, like I'll do it because I lied to you about whether they could fix your universe or not. And then Wolverine's like, no, you just made it, because Deadpool calls it, he called it when he was called out on his bullshit. He said, no, I didn't lie. It was an educated wish. And so then Wolverine's like, oh, well, you were just making an educated wish. So he brings that line back that he initially fought him over. And then he's like, I'll do this. And then Deadpool's about to let him, but then he like pushes him out of the room and like locks the door behind him. And he's like, no, he's like, this is mine. Like, I'm going to do it. So like, he's like, I have to have, because they initially like tell him he's like this sort of like important figure. And he says, I'm the Marvel Messiah. Like, I'm Marvel Jesus, which is, you know, that's kind of funny. But then he's like, I'm Marvel Jesus. And then he has to go do it. But he's trying to make the connection, and he breaks one side of it. He opens it and he takes the wire, and then he's trying to get to the other side, but he can't reach it because it's like too stiff. And then Wolverine's trying to break through the door, and then of course Wolverine makes it, and then they hold hands as they're doing it, like making the connection. And then like Cassandra Nova, like, you know, she gets screwed because of it, and then like they end up actually surviving because, oh well, it was two of us instead of one, so therefore the antimatter and matter didn't erase us, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I guess
why wouldn't the guy just tell him that?
Well, I guess he didn't know. He was surprised at it too. But you know, also the thing is like, how would that make sense if, like, how much, like, why would more matter be there being two of them splitting it across? Why would that make any difference as opposed to it being one of them? I just that didn't make much sense. I thought maybe if it was Deadpool alone, there would be like something about him that like a little remnant of him atomically would survive or something, and then he could do this like extreme healing factor from like almost nothing. But I didn't expect that to be how it was done, like the way they did it, with just being like, oh well, it was two of us.
Just the two of us.
Well, anyway, we're at the end of our whole Deadpool spoilers here. So now, without spoilers, unless you had any questions, do you have questions?
Yeah, who'd you see it with?
Oh, my mother.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. A movie like that is not something I would go to see with my parents. I made that mistake when I saw Deadpool 2.
She wanted to go see it.
She did?
Yeah. I didn't even like ask her to go see it with me or anything. She was just like, she saw the trailer and she's like, I want to go see it.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, she had watched the initial Deadpool movie.
Oh.
Yeah. It was many moons ago. I was too young to get into an R movie.
Is this still rated R?
Yeah.
Oh, surprising. Well, I guess that makes sense of the stuff you told me about.
A PG-13 Deadpool movie would be a shame.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of backlash.
See, this still had quality to it for what it was, even though I wouldn't rate it as high as I would the other Deadpool movies. Like, it's just not there. I saw a guy rate it like 5 out of 10. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I felt. I mean, it's all right. Overrated as fuck. Yeah, that's how I felt. There was some lady in the movies laughing like every time there was a joke, like annoyingly.
That's the other reason why. I was trying to explain to the other guys too, like the reasoning why I didn't want to go to the movie, partially because of the movie itself, and then partially because I just hate the movie theater experience nowadays. Because you sit down in a chair that like 5,000 other people sat in, they barely clean anything. ever. They like sleep.
Hey, I went to a quality movie theater.
I mean, even then, they're not doing shit. Like, I mean, they're sweeping around like the first few rows, maybe. And then on top of that, you know, you go in, you get your refreshments. The only reason I would go to the movies a lot of the time is because I like their popcorn. But now I can make it like way better than they can. And I don't even really want to be eating a ton of that in the first place. And then even if I did, I'm paying like fucking $20 or something for like a drink and a snack. That's not even that great to begin with. And then,
bro, I got a sparkling water and a bottle of water, and it was like $11.
Dude, that's retarded.
I know. And you can't bring in any outside food or drink.
No, you can't.
And I wanted something sweet, but their candy's all like haram. It's all haram.
It's all really bad. It's how they justify their price hikes on shit. Like, you got to come here, so we're gonna charge the fuck out of you. And then
what lack of competition does to a motherfucker.
Exactly. It's almost like you need an open market. But anyway, there's that. There's just. Then there's like the people there. There's some guy that's fucking breathing too loud, or some guy that's coughing too loud, or some asshole fucking on his phone the entire time. It's happened like 7 fucking times, and you can't say anything because then he's gonna make a big scene about it, and then you're gonna.
I would say something if somebody was right next to me on his phone.
Bro, he was like right in front of me, and I was trying to watch a movie, and I know it was a packed.
I would tap on him.
If I said something, he would have been like, "What is this? What do you?" You can tell the kind of people. He was gonna make a big deal. It would have turned into a fight. And then, you know, the movie theater policies, anybody that's disturbing the peace, they both get kicked out, regardless of who's like starting it. So it's like, all right, let me just try to ignore this shit. But no, it's going to happen anyway. Then if it's a comedy, they're going to be laughing the entire time. If it's like a scary movie, they're going to be screaming and shit. It's just, I'd rather, if I wanted to watch a movie, which I don't really 90% of the time, if I wanted to watch a movie, I'm going to watch it at home, or I'm going to watch it with a few buddies at somebody's house or whatever, something like that, a controlled area where I can have control over the prices, the food quality, the audience, and the cleanliness of the area without getting financially sodomized by the lack of competition inside a closed theater. So that's my thing. I fucking hate theaters, and I don't see any reason why I would ever want to go to one unless it's like a musical thing. That's fine.
This was a one of the places where they serve food at the movies, right? So, you know, there was like somebody like cleaning up like the trays or something, and I could hear it during one of the scenes. I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to listen to that. It's like disturbing me. I was so in it, and it just like pulled me out.
It's kind of crazy how much little things will take you out of a movie experience.
I just focus on these details. But anyway, I think we already wrapped up the Deadpool movie talk a little bit ago, so it's okay. That was a while though. I mean, explaining that whole movie, it was like 2 hours, but it felt like longer.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I don't know. They put so much in it, you know. It's like just to say the least, I guess. But you know, we will conclude that for the viewers that have not watched the movie and don't want to be spoiled. So there we go. Overall, I mean, it's all right. You know. It was like, honestly, if you're like, should I watch it? I'll be like, yeah, why not? You know,
it wouldn't hurt. Basically,
I wouldn't say like I'm not like it's a waste of time. I'm not like it's the best time of your life, but I'm like, you know, I think you'll get something out of it. I think it's worth your while.
Fair enough.
It's worth enough. It's worth enough of your time, I guess, to, you know, honestly, you know, I'm not recommending you do anything as far as obtaining it through any sort of I guess, you know, improper means. I'm just saying that if you want to enjoy this movie to the best of your ability and you don't like the movie experience, you know, maybe there's somewhere else you can watch the movie is all I'm saying.
Moving on.
Yep. Inshallah is the name.
Oh shit. I totally forgot about that.
You forgot about it. Guess what? You thought it was over? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Is the name of the Muslim dating app. For the first time, we're using a religious service, podcasters. And you know, this is interesting to say.
Wait, do you have the clip?
Oh yes, I do have the clip. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
I think it's the same app. It looks like it. Let me see. Yeah, it's the same app. It looks like. I believe. I think it's the same one. I'm pretty sure. Fairly certain.
Oh, my mic quality probably varied so much throughout this episode.
I was going to say the N-word. All right, so
that should be short right there.
There we go. Okay. Oh, this is not the clip. This is a woman. I spoiled it. Well, we're gonna see. Okay.
Yeah, you did spoil it. There we go.
Sneeko tries Muslim dating app. Yes, let's go. Let's see what he does on this Muslim dating app, folks. Okay, so let's see. I'm kind of zoomed in here.
Where's the hijab? I'm confused.
Where's the hijab?
Who's chat? The top 3 qualities a partner should have: family-oriented, romantic loving, good halal haram ratio. Doesn't always eat halal, non-smoker drinks. She drinks? Astaghfirullah! What the?
Yeah, I didn't get most of that, but I got enough of it to understand what the hell he was talking about. The thing about this website is that they said they're gonna get rid of, like, they're gonna destroy the website because they're like, the web version of Inshallah will soon be updated and will no longer include interactive features such as messaging, likes, and match. Please download our mobile app to continue enjoying all functionalities. They couldn't pay for this shit, bro? Not enough donations at the mosque? Like, look at that. Look at that notice. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
I didn't update everything on my profile. So we're going to take a look at it. But I have to share this tab back instead so that I can get past my location.
Right.
So I don't give you that. And you can only pick like 18 to 28. You can't go lower than 28. And no, I wasn't going to say lower than 18. I'm not that kind of Muslim.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You can't go, like, you can only set the range from 18 to 28 at minimum.
Like, so you can't go like 18 to like 24.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I would go 18 to 22. Anything less, anything less than 20 or anything more. Sorry, anything more than 24 is expired.
You would think, true. You would think that of all apps that would allow you to do that, it would be this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that 18's the cap. I'm surprised. Inshallah, mashallah.
She was chosen for him, I swear.
Yeah. Yo, the father told me I could do this. Promise.
Trust,
exactly. I was just thinking that too. Trust, bro. No cap.
Fucking Uyghur law. Jesus.
I think you mean Uyghur.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Can I not say the other one?
Well, you could say that too, but I think you
Uyghur. Yeah, I'm talking about the Uyghurs.
You're talking about the Uyghurs.
The Turks.
Talking about the Uyghurs, bro. I don't know what else you're talking about.
That's why the Chinese are like genociding them. One of them was like, Inshallah, trust.
Uyghur is our word, but you can still say Uyghur.
Uyghur. Now it just sounds
Mashallah.
Chinese.
Uyghur. That is what Chinese call us. Chinese say, hey, Uyghur boy. They call my wife Uyghur lover.
Boy, use a Uyghur. Uyghur.
Astaghfirullah. Wait, what? What does it say? Hold on. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Have you noticed that, like, Arab women really overdo the makeup?
Yeah. So let me get to...
Excuse me, Arab women.
Let me get to the relevant filters here. So we're going to share this instead. Hopefully nothing's revealed. Okay, we're good. So we have alcohol.
Man. Centimeters. That's how you know it's real.
Should I even add anything about alcohol?
No. What are the options?
Haram. Well, Andrew Tate drinks. Come on.
He does. What is that last one? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird. Their web app's fucked up. So
I guess just say just leave it blank.
Yeah.
If it comes up, then you can bring it up.
I mean, how do I put this? I wouldn't call myself.
You don't. It's not tobacco. It's nicotine.
I know. Regardless, I'm just saying. The extremely rare cigar sometimes is something I indulge in. But I feel like it's so rare that I shouldn't even really mention it. I feel like I shouldn't even mention it. It's not though.
It's a little gay.
It's not though. You do it for special occasions, but we'll say never.
Nah, it's gay.
Kids? Yeah, you want to put your want?
Yeah.
Of course.
You want those traditional values.
Religious stream. What do I put?
Oh,
you have to.
This is a loaded one,
bro. You can't even Yeah, I know, right? But you can't even say anything other than I keep it to myself.
I mean, that's probably the best option here.
You have to keep it that way.
You cannot get a Sunni if you're a Shiite, and you can't get a Shiite if you're a Sunni. They fucking hate each other.
This question is a little odd. Non-practicing. Do you think they just how do they allow that as a? I guess it's for people that are still considering themselves that, but they just don't practice. Should I put
What's up, brother?
Is that bad?
Brother,
is that going to be really bad if I put that?
Just leave it. Keep it to yourself.
Okay, do that, and then just swipe right on all the non-practicing ones. Let's see. So, yeah, I just put wedding. I didn't really put keep it to myself. Should I keep it to myself?
What does that mean?
Trying to sell the dream wedding project. It's like how long you want to wait to get married. It's like,
oh my god. Wow, yeah, they're going for it.
I gotta give them something. I can't just say I keep that to myself.
I guess go between
after
one
I kept
and 3, yeah.
After I kept all this to myself, I can't keep another thing to myself. Should I say I'm halal? No, I shouldn't.
Are you?
Well.
You don't eat pork.
Depends on who you do. Well, I don't go out of my way.
That's all that matters, really. They don't give a shit about anything else.
But I guess does it really count? Like if you have anything else that you're let's look up halal definition.
It's a lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't really classify.
I think it's slightly less restrictive than kosher, but it's not by a lot.
You have to have your meat prayed over, man.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking
any
retarded.
Object or an action which is permissible to use or engage in. Yeah, I mean it just means permission, like to do, like so.
No, yeah. If you go to the Wikipedia article, it'll give you a breakdown of what it includes.
Prayer. Should I just not say anything? I'm just gonna leave that blank.
Yeah, that's probably fine to leave blank.
What is revert? You undid yourself and you came back?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. What?
Oh, no. I know what it is. Sorry. I guys, I know. So the thing is, like in Islam, they say like everybody's a Muslim. Like, so like they say, because like if you believe in God, which everybody believes in God by default, like, it's like, oh, because even the animals pray to God. It's like you have God within you. So if you convert, you're actually reverting because you are just acknowledging your Muslim faith as true. Even though despite the fact that supposedly it is true no matter what.
How the fuck does a shark pray to God?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it like stop moving and fucking die? Is that
maybe it just thinks about it. I don't know. Well, anyway, so we got our. Let me go back to this other tab and then
fucking shark with the little hat they have. That'd be great.
So yeah, my profile is really as good as it's gonna get. I put my photos there. My profile biography was just the same as I put on Bumble.
Peating.
Which was, ponderer, gym enjoyer, Peter, not looking for much, just a wife, kids, and a farm. I don't know if that would be taken the wrong way by them, because if they just read that, they'd be like, not looking for much. Oh, well, I stuck for the law. He just wants casual relationship. That's haram.
I think, I could be wrong. I think the Arab women are, they care more about the traditional values than they would the, like whether or not you're ultra religious, I'd think.
Okay, so we'll just. I mean, I was just saying, like, you know what? Never mind. We'll leave it there. Search filters. I don't know what the fuck is a kilometer, bro. I don't know how much a kilometer is. Dead ass. Like I'm
I barely know how much a mile is. I don't do measurements.
All right, how much is a kilometer? 0.62 miles. So let's check like how much 80 kilometers is. That's 49 miles. I think that's appropriate. 80 kilometers? Because it's at 150 by default. Let's put 80.
Okay.
And then you can actually turn it global. Allows you to see people nearby in priority and from around the world if suggestions run out.
You gonna see some Moroccans in a club?
We'll save that for later. So let's see. We'll just save it at 80 kilometers, 18 to 28. Unfortunately, you can't lower it. So let's see if I can get back to. So I do see some of these profiles. I think the thing is you can't message without paying. I think it was. We'll see if we even get a match on here. If I get a match, then maybe we'll invest some money. But And then if we can't see some of them, that's going to be a problem too. I don't know how many likes you get either, but we're just gonna go on here first. Okay, so we got Baraka. Okay, Shiite practicing praying all the time. Like you mean all the time?
All the time, all the time?
All the time, all the time. You this looks like a scam. I don't know. Like that picture, that's too zoomed in. Oh, I see. I'm gonna say no because I just whoops that. Why is the messaging one on the left? That doesn't make sense.
27 too.
Naila, this is 25.
This is gonna be rough on our pronunciation skills.
Naila, I don't know how to say this, man. She only has one photo. She's 25. And she's,
Naila.
And she's oh, we can't say this. How do I de-blur the photos? I gotta pay.
Damn. So are these
27,
people?
It's fine. It's fine. She's 27.
And she's from Pakistan.
Oh, let's see. 18. Let's go. You fresh.
And Morocco. Yo!
Why are you going to law school? Where's the hijab, chat?
Why are...
Oh, she got the hijab. Oh. It looked like she had hair in this one, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, she got the hijab, bro. What is that? That ain't right. That's haram.
What is that, brother?
Okay. Let's see. I love animals. Lawfield, anime, children. Pause. Following in the footsteps.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Anything educational, but mostly history and religion. I love my family, my modesty. Born and raised in New York, then grew up in Florida. What?
New York.
Oh. Pink clothes, working out, nurturing, and taking care of beings. Beings?
Why do you say it like that?
So what are we looking at here, Mr. Greg?
I don't know. It's hard to tell with the hijab. I can't even tell if she's really fat.
Oh.
I guess no. That's what I would do.
What's the from Morocco and Spain? What's the rationale? Because she's brown. There's gonna be too many brown women on here.
No. The
rationalization.
I don't like hijabs.
Bro, this is gonna be like half the app.
I know.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Hey man, I'm trying to find a diamond in the rough.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
The hijab isn't even like religiously based, by the way.
I'm like honestly, I mean, like, do you think the strategy is to look for one that says praying all the time or one that just almost seems not even practicing? What's the strategy here?
That's a good question. That could vary wildly. I think the praying is probably fine for now. Yeah, my thing is hijab. I think it's gay.
Okay, well, I'll just go on. Yeah, there's gonna be too many hijabs to say no. Well, let's see this photo though.
She looks a little big there.
Yeah, it could just be baggy clothes.
It could. See, this is an issue.
Yeah, she looks thin. Like, look at her face. But then again, the face can be deceiving.
It can.
I'll go yes, guys. No.
Puerto Rico. Hold on. What?
You're 25. I'm just gonna and registered nurse. Chat. Oh, this is not all right.
Oh.
Naznish, Kenya.
Minnesota.
You're not black. Kenya. Can you be? Will you be?
Oh wow.
Telegram. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. And you're 25 anyway, even if you are a scam. Oh my god. Want to meet up now? Hit me up, bro. It's like, wow. They're looking for some interested men. Bro, what the hell?
All time say
Bro, what the hell? How many non-photos are
there? We go. Finally.
Ina. Well, you're not Hispanic, are you?
Kyrgyzstan. Oh, Jesus.
How old is this woman? 28? That makes sense.
Alhamdulillah for everything I have and for everything I don't have.
Denna?
That's probably it.
Danna, astaghfirullah, what are you doing dating? That's haram.
That's
haram.
True.
Yo, she got that gat.
Oh, shit.
You should have seen the look on that priest's face when he saw the gat. The gat.
She looks a little, just a little big.
Look at these proportions. Like, look at the waist versus.
That's good, but wait, is that Lebanon? Yeah, it is.
Now you see the thing is here. It's like, oh well, she is.
They're not.
But you know the thing is like, this is not halal. This is not halal. This cannot be halal, bro. That's too form fitting. This cannot be halal. But that's a good sign, maybe. She's praying all the time.
Is this an investment?
What do you say? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I'm actually pretty torn, to be honest.
I'm gonna say yeah. Let's go yeah. Let's say yeah. Let's try that. Let's Nabia, no. Tanya.
Oh, okay. Tanya.
Are you black?
Why'd you say it like that? Pakistan. Ooh.
Pakistan. Babu. Jenny, you a
very bad man. A very, very bad man.
Babu. No, Babu. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a no for me, fam.
Yeah, no Pakistan. Not that there's a problem with it. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
She has the name of a family member, a relative.
Khadija?
Not direct. Well, kind of. Well, I don't know. A divorcee of 8 years and have an 8-year-old son.
Oh.
Wait, so you got the son as soon as you got married?
Oh. I mean, they do keep it traditional.
We're going to say no, Khadija.
Whoa.
Heba, Egypt.
Egypt.
You got only one. Well, she looks like she could be a scam, bro.
She does.
This looks sus. And you're 29? Hell. Layla, 26.
We came back.
St. Petersburg, Turkey.
Oh.
Well, her first photo looked better than the rest.
I would never. You would never.
What is so wrong with Turkish people?
You don't get it. I
clearly don't. I clearly don't.
One day I'll explain it. Not here. Definitely not here.
This is Fatima, 24. I can't see you.
The photo looks good, kind of.
But you're 24, Fatima. And you're a nurse? Hell no.
Hell no.
Carissima Star. Are you 18? But you sound like you got an OnlyFans name.
It does look like an OnlyFans name. Looking for a loyal husband who will support my bad habits.
That's what does that mean? Halal. What does that mean? Why are you praying all the time but have bad habits? What is that? What are you talking about?
Maybe it's like a we're all sinners type thing.
So you mean to say that you didn't keep it halal? You didn't keep it halal?
I don't know. I'm not her.
I know, but that's what I'm asking her. Okay, well, I just no. I wasn't very drawn. I wasn't very allured by that. Oh my god. Okay. No.
Somalia.
Hi, my name is Jamila. Jamila? Oh, Jamila. Jamila Imani. It sounds like that, right? I don't know. I'm
Sudanese and South Sudanese and Egyptian and black.
See, I knew it. I didn't even have to read that. I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm currently in high school. Oh, you're not in high school. I read high school. I was like, that would make sense. Let's see. Studying to become a doctor. You know, healing people and shit. All right. 32. Bro, I did not put 32 on here. I put 28.
They have Muslims in Mexico.
Are they out of 28, like below 28 or something? Did you run out?
Sorry.
Inshallah, all will be fine. You remember that guy telling us about inshallah, like when Muslim fathers say that, like they mean to say like whatever it is, like they don't mean yes to it. They actually just mean like it's not gonna happen. Like if they have like plans, they're like, or the guy from the Northeast. The guy that's like, I'm walking here.
Oh yeah.
He's like, that same day, he was like, yeah, it's funny whenever Muslim fathers are like, inshallah, that just means they're not going to do anything. Like, oh yeah, hopefully we get together. Yeah, inshallah.
I gotta start using that.
See, it's like they mean God willing, but in the sense of like, it's to kind of like tell the person, yeah, that's totally going to happen, but nah, I don't really believe it is. You know, that's taking the Lord's name in vain, I believe. Okay. Whoa.
Ooh.
Go, Fran.
Tunisia.
Hello, I wish to meet the right person. But are you real, GoFran?
Go, Fran.
Go, Fran. Are you real, GoFran? And you're from Chicago, bro. Like, how am I getting a Chicagonese person?
is that the demo name?
Shiraki.
Shiraki.
Shiraki. How am I getting a Shiraki?
Is that the only photo?
Shiraki. It's actually pronounced. Yeah, no, that's the only photo.
Damn, that's kind of sus.
It's sus. Newport, are you in New York City? Okay, let me switch back to the other tab to see if I can figure out why the location started changing up. Like, is there just nobody else around here? See, I didn't click global. I clicked 80 kilometers. Let's increase the size of where I'm looking in the area to see if I can get back people in the state. Let me see if that'll work. Because there might be a bug with that. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. It just looks like nobody in 80 kilometers was there beyond those people. That's crazy. Okay, so now we have this.
Yeah, I don't think much has to be said here.
Melissa. My name Melissa. My name Amana. I enjoy power walking.
What?
What's with the nose ring? How did they approve of this? How did they approve of that? Noor. Young marriage is blessed by Allah. Young marriage is blessed by Allah?
That could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, I met my first husband when I was 12. You have no photo. What do they expect me to do with this?
I can't see.
Yeah. You want me to take a chance on this one? It's 19. It's like, you sick fuck. She was only 19. That's how it sounds, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Young marriage is blessed by Allah. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the risk here. You know, you can't take that risk, you know?
I don't take risks on no photos.
Yeah. Mona.
Get out of here.
Are you a Mona? Where's my Nasib? What does that mean? I don't get your Islam reference. I don't get your Muslim reference.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Reference. And it's Pakistan. Yeah, get that.
Sania. Yeah, there's no way that's a W.
Oh.
Okay, Miriam, 25. Well, that's
wait. God damn it!
I was already in the process. It was too late. I'm a Muslim girl. Oh well, bro, you were 32. How did I get 32? Okay, Avon.
Normal.
Iraq. Yeah, Iraq's good. I think Iraq's good.
People add me on IG because I'm not paying $17 per week.
YKey TV. I think you can pay $10 more and get the whole month. I think that's how it works. Let's look her up.
That's kind of a ripoff.
Huh?
It's still kind of a ripoff.
Of what?
$27 per month?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying it's worth it. For this app where there's like nobody on there?
Yeah.
If there were more women, I'd be like, okay, we'll do it for the views.
Mashallah. Think of the value I'm bringing you, friend.
YKTV.Avon. Is she public? If she's public, that's crazy, bro. No, private.
Oh, am I back to the thirst traps on Instagram?
She has a private account and 446 followers. That's not worth it.
Sorry,
the private's good. The private, no posts, that's good, but she has 446 followers.
That's
not great.
But she's Islam.
Should I hit her with the follow?
I think hit her with the follow.
Okay. I'll hit her with the follow. Let's see if
Plus, you got an ace in the hole.
Yeah. Do I just swipe left since she's not paying for this? I mean,
it doesn't hurt
to swipe left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like I'm getting it's not doing anything to swipe right. Okay. I am looking for a mentor. That's good. That's good, actually. That's really good.
Bro, what's up all these Muslims in Spanish countries?
I'm going to have to swipe right on this. This is a W, fam.
Are you serious?
Well, she's looking for a mentor.
Oh, and she's 19. I see.
And Peruvian. Well,
shit, do I have to start going to a mosque now?
Is that really a W Peruvian? I don't know.
I feel like they'd stone me if they find out I wasn't actually a Muslim, though.
I'll give her the dub. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad. I forgot how that works. Plantation.
Yeah.
No way. No way. Okay. Why did they allow that name? That's crazy. I mean, it's good. That's Florida for you. I like it. Let's bring back the good old days. Plantation. Okay, well, you have no photo and you're 24.
Yeah.
You look. Let's see if you. Okay, you look less.
Yeah, she looked pretty young there.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just she looks more normal here. From this distance, as far as her look, as far as how she looks at the camera. Here it's like you don't even know if she's focused on the camera. Here it's like, yeah, she's definitely looking at you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Bro, her eyes here don't look like they're necessarily both focused on the camera. Here they do. She actually looks not even like the exact same here. She looks better here than here.
She looks like a different person.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is this the same person or no? I'll tell you what. She looks.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. She looks a lot better here. But there's no bio, no nothing. How about we? What do I do? Right? Is there a limit? I don't even know if there's a limit.
Let's test it.
I'll give it a right. 34. Get out of here.
Halima.
Aisha. Oh, hey. You sure you should be 20? That doesn't make sense.
In Afghanistan too.
It's not accurate.
Zainab Jallah
wants to be a doctor. Why would you? Why would that be your goal?
Arab parents.
But why? For a daughter? Are they crazy?
They're American.
Yeah. That's crazy. Bro, Arabs assimilated too much.
That's saying a lot, bro.
I mean, in the wrong ways, right? I mean,
mostly in the wrong ways, I guess.
This is Isra from us, inshallah.
They're not
Marriage
like
is a big thing in Islam, and I wish I will get a good Muslim man. From Ethiopia? Hell nah. How do you have de-blur your photos when you don't even have photos? What? And if you're socially conservative, but you don't even have a photo, 24, asking for socially conservative and no photo Nigeria. At 24, you can't be serious. Nigeria? No. Okay.
World Z, love,
Juju. So there's two of them.
Man, she's got a lot of photos.
You look like she looks like she posts on Instagram at 3 o'clock in the morning. Look at this shit, bro. She for the streets.
Aliyah. Salam alaikum.
Bro, watch us get all these Muslims in the comments being mad about this
Russian Federation.
Watch there be a shit ton of angry Arabs.
They're gonna call a fatwa on us.
Bro, I probably, I don't know. This might be it. Let's see. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah?
What?
Alhamdulillah.
Oh, that. I've never seen that one before.
Okay.
Silvana. Okay.
Silvana, but you live in New York City. What the hell happened? I ran out of like distance again. Hold on. We got to go back. Oops. I'm sharing this girl's Instagram now. Well, we already knew what it was. What the Sigma? Let's see. We'll add 200 kilometers. Let's see how many we get in the area. I didn't click global. Okay, good. Let's see. Go. Okay. It's just searching. It's like, oh, there we go. Fedwa. That's not promising. Fedwa? Trying to entrap me, Fedwa? What are you going to call a Fedwa on me?
Is the Fedwa just like calling the FBI? So just like
I don't know.
swatting?
They do the fatwa. You call the Fedwa. They raid your house. And then they
shoot
bomb
your
you.
dog and your kids and your wife.
And then they blow it up. Okay, so
my mango.
It to blow up. I like that. Okay.
Salam.
Iba.
Somalia and Ethiopia. You can't have both.
Iba. You got tattoos there? What is that? What am I looking at? Is that like a sleeve? The fuck am I looking at?
I have three kids.
Hell no. K.
Aja.
Ma. M.A.
Pakistan.
You look like what was that girl's name? Like Malala or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of look like her. I mean, I guess they all look the same, but you don't even have what is happening here? You don't even look Muslim, bro. You turn Muslim in prison? Well, damn. That was a lot. That's where they turn Muslim. Your daddy turned Muslim in prison and he bring Islam back to your household. That's assuming he returned.
Dewi Ikhwan.
Dewi.
Indonesia.
Okay, we're getting like fucking abroad again. Hold on. Not abroad, but like yeah, this is abroad, but it's not. It's within the country. It's within the country. So it's not abroad. It's just
abroad.
Yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna turn up the location to 400 kilometers. Actually, 495 kilometers. It's pretty much how much we get. Let's see how far we can. Let's see what happens if I turn that up there. How far is Georgia? How far is Georgia?
Depends where you are in the state.
Okay. We're going to share this tab instead. I don't understand a word being said there. Watch them text in not Moroccan. That's a bias. Arabic. No.
Well, that was French.
Farida Orin. Key West. No, you look Indian. Let's see. Neza. What's up, my Neza? Farah.
What the fuck is this?
Get the phone call?
No, the text message.
What text message?
The one I just got.
From the phone call person?
Yes.
Billy.
Eilish.
Assalamu alaikum. Karima.
That was also
Heather.
French.
Heather? Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know if you.
Are you sure? It's not bad. That's you're lucky to be named that, Heather. At least it's not like Sharkeisha,
Shaniqua.
Yeah, Sharkeisha.
Egypt. Let's go.
Lobotomisha. Okay. I didn't even pay attention to her face. Let's be real.
Does that say lives in North?
Yep.
Like she is the North?
I don't know. I live in the South. Are you okay with that? You think we can make this work? She is 26. We're gonna go left.
Kafayat.
Fahima. Dora. 37. Why am I getting 37? Why am I getting 34? Why am I getting 28? Well, I guess 28 is within the field. Why am I getting 30? Why am I getting 31?
Ami. Aisa. Mariama. And what?
This is not halal. This is not halal. This is a train wreck, bro. These women are cooked. Bro, even the Muslim women are. Bro, you are not 34. You are not 34. Oh, mom picture. Okay.
Why would you do that?
Only once I feel comfortable, we'll share my pictures, but that's you. What do you mean once I feel comfortable, we'll share my pictures? That's your mom when she was young or something, bro? Nah, she got a Yankee cap. It can't be your mother. And you got like this does not look real, bro. Like the face compared to the arm.
Yeah, it does not.
It's like
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. It's not right. Allah, you're 31. Allah. Oh, true. You can't name your daughter that? Masha. 34.
Masha.
Bro, Russia. I have a filter on here. You look like a lesbian.
Yeah, she does. Get rid of that.
Look at that.
What the fuck is that? Is it like a boy band photo?
You cannot be a Muslim. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Destigmatize racism and make multicultural relationships less friendly. Bro, what are you talking about?
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
Disgusting creature. Katya. Okay, Katya. Well, you're from New York, but fine. You said what now?
She's Ukrainian. Wait, hold on. The fuck? Born and raised in Kiev, but I had to move to the States about 2 years ago. Gee, I wonder why.
Nah, I think
I didn't think they tolerated that over there.
I don't want to hear about that. Bro. Jenin. I can't see anything else about you. Palestinian territory.
Oh boy, we're getting spicy.
I think that's just I think they just have that as a default as far as the location probably, but she probably still picked it. I don't know. She got a nice face. It's just you like what am I gonna do with San Diego? Like what am I gonna do with that information?
Fly her out.
Yeah, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my
Latifa. Hudia. Rida.
Bro, why am I getting a 32-year-old, 31-year-old? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I guess you are so you didn't put your picture there. Zammy. Zam, she's 12.
Cecilia. Israel. What? Zainab. Uganda. Leslie.
Believer and can be there for me at all times. Someone who has goals so I can help get closer to God. I'm very outgoing. I'm a positive person. You look like you're doing the Mog face. Like you got a filter on. Oh my God. She's literally like mewing, bro. You're mewing so hard. Yeah. You look like you'd have like very, very strong jawed children. I mean, that's a benefit, but I don't want to. Okay.
Ugh.
This is a white chick.
Asthma?
Bangladesh.
You're giving me asthma the way she bangs Ladesh.
Oh, I forgot to mention with the Marvel stuff. They revealed at Comic-Con that Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doctor Doom in the Marvel movies.
I don't know how that's going to work.
I mean, it's going to be like an alternate version of
like really sarcastic Doctor Doom.
That's true. How is that going to work? He's too thin, right?
Yeah.
He's going to look like anorexic. It's like anorexic Doom. This is a Doom. Now, how about Ha?
Ha.
Ha.
The only photo?
Ha. Yeah, no, that's the only photo.
Kanye Ha.
Ha. I'm massaging a lasagna and announcing I'm going to join ISIS.
Wait, what?
That's a Family Guy sketch. Okay, so I don't know. Fine, we'll
Algeria is usually a W. No, except when they're in France. That's not a W. Allegedly. CC.
Bro, oh my God.
ST.
Parents of Indian descent? Zara. Bro, why am I seeing so many old women?
Fatwam.
Bro, I should not be seeing this, bro.
Iman. What? What the fuck was that?
We'll never find out again.
Samira. Hey, Russia.
But she's 35, bro.
Mon.
What's the oldest you do?
Stars. Mimi. Yeah, that's an anal.
Not your average housewife. 28 though. Pakistan.
Mona. What's with all the Mexican chicks?
I don't know. Okay, well, I can't see your photos and you only have the one.
Roro. Wendy Blessing. Maria. Najma Nadar. Riri. Okay. Hawa.
Yeah, this app is like not well programmed.
Jasmine. Lily.
Whoa.
Belgium.
Oh,
she looks
like she got Botox or like lip fillers.
She does, yeah. It looks weird. She works at Sephora.
No wonder.
Nadine.
This looks just saying, that was sus.
Kampf.
Where's mine?
I'm in
I'm about to let's see. We need an Ugandan woman named Mbatu. Bus Seham.
Yeah, 1516.
Bro. That's how old she is.
I'm trying to find my other half. Sandy.
More like other quarter. You're 37. Okay.
Angie.
Dallas. You don't look like you're worth
Suha. Kalima.
Bro.
Wait, what the fuck?
That's a nigga. Think about this. Okay. Eleanor. Okay. Oh, but you got that what looks like a tattoo, right? That I mean, what is that? Is that a birthmark? What is this? That doesn't even look like it's anything. Like, what is that? I don't understand.
She looks a lot better in that first photo.
Yeah. Who am I looking at here in this second? Is she the one on the right or the one on the, like, I can't even tell what's going on. Is this a left?
That's a left.
Okay. I mean, she looks good in the first photo, but
Rosanna.
Oh my god. I'm about to the grid. Khadija.
Amira. Nadia Mohammed. Rizwan Ibrahim. Al-Rame.
There's nothing on here at this point. That
what the fuck?
Don't look right, bro. That don't look right.
It had to be Pakistan.
That's what y'all got in Pakistan. That's what you got in Pakistan, bro. Nia, more like nigga. Okay. Olga. It's not a. Who would name a daughter Olga?
Olga is just a horrible name for a woman.
Hard to live a Muslim life where I am, so please don't assume. What is that supposed to mean?
Assume what?
Assume what? Trying my best. What does that mean? Olga. Revert as of November 16th.
Olga.
So you were not practicing prior to 2023. I see what that means.
Recent convert, I guess.
Revert. Look, this is peace be upon him.
Listen, everybody knows that you start off as an Orthodox Christian until you realize that you got to go back.
Police be upon him.
Police be upon him.
Well, that's gonna get us killed if anything. Krilled.
Police.
Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one. Honestly, they could take it when we were going for their women, but not for their profit. That's too far. I repent. You terrorists. You got me. I don't want to die. Okay, you got me.
Do you get points plus for the FBI list then?
Yeah.
It's a balancing act, I guess. Jesus.
Guys, look, I think we have overlap in our views. You know, I like women young, just not as young as you guys, but I think we can see eye to eye on things. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be so violent, okay? Maybe we could just have a talk, all right? You know, maybe I did say what I said, but you know, obviously, the Lord knows I can't take back what I said. I don't want friends. I want Raris. I don't want cars. I want Audis.
A fucking car.
You remember that?
Chesapeake. I don't know what you're talking about now.
Smoke perp.
What?
Sorry, bitch. I don't say sorry.
I don't know what that is.
It's an old song. I mean, it's like SoundCloud rapper era.
Naima, Rani,
Rose.
Jeje. Aminata. Samina Amina. Gigi. The double G.
Double G, followed by an A.
I'd like to buy a vowel, an E and an I.
Yep, we got one I and one E. I'm going to spin. I'll take an N. We got one N. Okay. Let's see. You remember that one where it was like, have you seen the clam digger one?
The what?
You haven't seen the clam digger one?
No.
Dude, you need to watch that. Hold on. I'm going to pull that up. We're going to forget about this app because honestly, there's not much on here.
Tom Cruise is a fudge packer.
Okay. Here. Okay, hold on. This is going to be good. Okay. Here it is.
No forfeit. N.
This is real, by the way. They just added the music.
Brandy.
And we need to see the original.
They totally like, wow. God damn, they try to brush past that.
Let's see this one. This is it.
And forfeit. N.
This is the real pan.
No N. Brandy.
He has to just move past that. He just has to move past it like it didn't happen. It's like, no N. That's odd, right? Odd that there's no N. Anyway, so that Muslim dating app, you know, there's a lot of women with no photos.
What would be? That's not even a common phrase.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that.
What would that even mean?
It just came to him. It's I think he had been on a plane prior to get there.
May I please have a water?
He asked for water and there was none. But he did see a man with clams, and the man happened to be African American. So he thought to himself, "Yeah, that I've heard that before.
That makes sense."
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this in real life. What are you talking about, Mister? I don't even know what the guy's name is. Pat or something.
Smith.
Pat Smith.
Smith Patson.
Is it? That doesn't sound right.
It could be. We need to break down the barrier of having last names as last names. We need to bring back last names as first names, like Harrison.
Well then, I guess that concludes our episode, right?
Yeah, I think we got a lot done,
guys. We made a lot of progress today. I think, you know, no more Muslim dating app though. That was very dry. Honestly, that was awful. That was actually worse than I was expecting.
It is a very dry climate, you know.
Greg definitely enjoyed this part of the show. You know, what would you leave the viewers with?
Beef broth, milk and sugar, no hangover.
This is my message to Muslims. You guys are terrorists, and you need to be wiped out by Netanyahu. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's those are Jordan Peterson's words, not mine, but he was more so speaking to specifically one area with a lot of Arabs in it. And who knows why the context would even be the way it is. I don't know. But yeah, it's been the podcast.
The podcast ever.
Mashallah.